G'day legends, welcome back to another episode of the Butcher's Bible Podcast. I'm your host Ant, and today's guest is Harry Dyer from Pamphill Dairy Butchery. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining me today.
No worries, boss.
Just before you started, mate, please tell everyone who you are and what you do and how long you've been doing this.
So I'm Harry. I'm head butcher over at Pamphill Dairy near Wimborne. I've been a butcher for 12 years now. Taken a couple of breaks, but I was in France for a couple of years and I did, chalet work and things like that.
Did you?
But I was still in the butchery there. I worked in a French butchery, so I'm never quite off the tools, but it was a bit of a break.
Yeah.
So 12 years in now.
Far out.
Yeah.
Have you actually got the opportunity to, because I know the French way is very meticulous and
Yes.
it's not just work, it's a lifestyle there. How did you get on the tools doing that?
So I was really lucky because basically there was an Irish guy there who had a shop that was doing half kind of Irish style, half French style. If it had been a fully French owned shop, I never would have got the job. I never would have, so that was my kind of in. I met this guy when I was there and I kind of was like, I'm a butcher, get me in.
Yeah.
And so I started working there with this French guy and it's a totally different ball game. Like, here and like the States and places like that, it is volume. It's like, we'll sell 2 cows every week, whatever. And we'll rip them apart and sell all the mince and all of this stuff. But French is like, we'll sell half a cow in a week, but we're going to take every single little bit out of it. And there's, millions of little steaks and little cuts. And it's just like, So instead of just, going through loads of them, it's like, meticulous seam work on each one.
Yeah.
Which was cool. It was great to learn. I learned quite a lot working there. So it was definitely beneficial.
Yeah. Especially because of what we see with online and everything as well, and those particular cuts, you're like, yeah, man, that's cool and everything. But it takes a lot of time. But then when you see it in the WBC and in the real world, and you see it, you're like, oh, this is their life. They dedicate so much time to it. Because for us, some of us anyway here, we're just 7 to 5, get in, get out, do whatever, and have a bit of fun in between. But they're like, right, this is what this is.
Yeah.
And just in this one quarter, there's 25 different
billions of them. And the thing is, as well, that's difficult is if you try and bring that back here and replicate it, it doesn't work because you tell these customers about this amazing little steak and they're like, oh, okay, cool, I'll have 3 of them, and you're like, I've got 1 of those, and it's 200 grams. So they go, okay, well, it's no good for me then.
Yeah, I need probably to pick up all of it,
they
get myself fed.
Yeah, they get really interested in it. Okay, I'll 5 of them then. And
it's like omelette, isn't it?
Yeah. You're like, I have got 1.
Maybe next week and the week after I can give you 2.
Yeah, it's like, I'll have to build them up in the freezer until I got enough to actually sell. So
exactly.
Over there, it's fine. Everyone knows the score. All the customers know the score. They come in, they know they'll get, all these little ones, and they know the score. Whereas here, it just doesn't. It's worth knowing about them, but doesn't necessarily work.
It doesn't quite translate over here, does it? As much, because you got your British way, you got Australian, you got American.
Yeah.
New Zealand, they're very similar in aspects, but different names and whatnot. But with the French way and German way as well.
Yeah.
They're just this is how to do it. This is what we expect to get out of it.
Yeah.
And utilize it as much as possible, which is a really good way of taking on board and then translating it to other shops, because sort of keeping about the margins tight now.
Yeah.
The margins
the margins are harsh. And it's just utilize. So we do a whole carcass where we are, and it is hard, and it's you have to have the skill to break it all down, and at a decent pace as well. It's not just being able to do it; it's being able to do it quickly and efficiently. And then you also need to have that knowledge of okay, what are we going to do with all of this? We have to say, I go, right, I need an extra rib, I'm going to get another side of beef in. It's okay, well, that comes with
the rest.
Everything else that comes on it. And it's when you try and follow that ethos, it's hard work.
Yeah, and it's sustainability as well, because you want to keep the farmers supported.
Yeah.
And kind of keep an appearance of other products, but then you're still stuck with about 50 other products
Yeah.
that aren't selling. Like, let's say summer, for instance.
Yeah, yeah.
How much chuck roast are you using?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah, how many like LMCs? Like, you can't dice it and put it on the kebab as such, can you?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's like we go through a lot of burgers, which obviously helps a lot. But like, if you're doing 2 cows a week, it's an insane amount of burgers.
But even then, it's just like you still got to make the margin. Like,
yeah, yeah.
Like your burger wise, what are you selling a burger? 253 for 6 ounces.
So it's £2 for a 4 ounce is what we do.
That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of mince in that. But then you're like, well, a chuck is valued at £8 something.
Yeah, yeah.
And you got to value that 4 ounce at like what, 16.99?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm still making the markup, but like, fucking hell, like,
yeah,
it's tight.
Yeah, and it's potential markup as well, isn't it? It's like if you're lucky if you buy a whole carcass, whereby you're paying, £6 a kilo for the whole thing. You're paying £6 a kilo for the fillet, the sirloin, the rub, everything. So you are still making the money off it when you do burgers and that, but it's the potential. It's like I could have made this much more out of it.
But that's it. All of it needs to sell so that you can look at your quota for the quarter or whatever and go, right, fucking smash that.
Yeah, yeah.
That fillet went out at £60 a kilo and we went through a dozen, let's say.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, yeah, sweet, but then chuck roast and LMCs and top sides and all that let it down. So you're like, back to square one.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this hard work for what?
Yeah, it's always the way. Always the way. It's like one thing goes up, one thing goes down, and you just like.
And how much you paying for beef now?
So we are really lucky because Pamphill is obviously tied to their farm, Chilbridge Farm, which is just around the corner from us.
Yeah.
And we get most of our beef from them, which obviously cuts out a little bit of the cost.
Yeah, right.
So we are paying, I think, £6 to £6.50 at the moment.
Not bad.
Whereas the going rate is more like £7.88. So which doesn't. If you speak to people that don't do butchery, they're like, "Oh, it's only £1 more." And it's like, yeah, but when you're buying, 400 kilos of it, it's a massive, massive difference.
Oh yeah, huge.
Yeah. So we are like, let's get as much beef as possible from our farm, because obviously, one, it's really, really nice stuff. Two, it's local, and it's the provenance of it is brilliant. But yeah, three, the money.
It's all about keeping the cost down as much as possible. It's like we said about the margins, and holy hell.
Yeah, yeah.
We like where I'm in, we bring in a few box bits and pieces, few ribeyes and extra fillet heads and whatever else. But like the fillet heads and everything's still coming out at like 26, £28 some days.
Yeah, yeah.
Your ribeyes, like you'll bring in like the posh gear. And that stuff goes pretty hard. Like it's very consistent with marketing in the grade. Like some of the grade has been like MS6.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just picking it up and it's just all butter.
Yeah.
You're just like,
That's coming home with me. That's coming home with me.
But like even those guys are going out to 27.
Yeah, yeah.
But you can't buy like one or two. You have to buy a case.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is like 600 quid or something, give or take.
Yeah. So the way we do it is we do as much whole carcass as possible, and then if we do have to buy stuff in, it will still be on the bone. And I age everything ourselves. So we very, very rarely buy in any steak cuts or anything. It was all like, if we buy in steak, it's all rump and loins and it's ribs on the bone, and they go to the back of the queue. So we got a big dry ager there, and it's like it is full of ribs at all times, and it's like every single week I'm boning at least 3 or 4 of them out for ribeye. We're doing 1 or 2 of them for rib beef, and it's like trying to keep on top of that. It's just like every week you're like ordering another 5 in, like it's crazy. But in our mind, it's like get it in on the bone, age it ourselves, and it's like
you're in control of it.
We're in control of it,
and your waste product as well. Like you're doing what, minimum of 25 days if you can, if you're lucky?
Yeah, we try for a minimum of 4 weeks, but we try and go to sort of 5 or 6 normally, but not always possible. Sometimes you're just like bone them out, and it's like, you can't get there, but as long as it's 4 weeks, that's cool with us.
Yeah. A month is guaranteed.
Yeah.
But like if you're doing stuff that's like, what, a week or 2?
Yeah.
You can never guarantee, like you're boning it out, but if you can't rip the seams apart.
Yeah.
Like you hear the crunch.
Yeah.
It's not really worth it. And then you got the other aspect of it is cutting these steaks. Are they going to be chewy?
Yeah, exactly.
And
it's like when you're in a local butchery shop or a small butchery shop, it's like your reputation is everything, and it's like
100%. Word of mouth is the biggest free advertisement, but it's also your worst.
Yeah, and people are going, for some people, they don't normally shop at butchers, or they're coming in just for a treat or something, and they go, right, I'm going to the butchery, I'm expecting something really, really nice. And, they are paying decent money for it. When you compare it to the supermarket, it's like people are paying a decent rate for it. And so if you then sell them a steak that's shit, it's like, and they go home, they eat it, and they go, oh,
should have stuck with the supermarket.
I just stick to supermarkets, won't bother going there again. And
the guy was nice, but
but I bought this steak and I paid 12 quid for it, whatever it is. I've taken it home. It's like it's my Friday treat, or it's it's my birthday, or whatever it is. And then they've gone home and it's crap. It's like, it's like
that's like 40 quid wasted on the steak dinner.
It's just, one little sale that could potentially, they could go and tell their mates, oh, don't bother going there, don't bother going there. And it's like, it's everything, isn't it? And it's our pride as well. It's like if I'm going to work in a butchery and I'm going to do this as my, profession, it's like, well, the stuff I sell, I want people to eat it and go, God, that's amazing. Like, that is worth paying for. That is worth going there for.
Yeah, definitely.
So otherwise, what's the point?
There's no fucking point half the time, like, if you're not aging it right and if you don't believe in the product itself. Believing in the product and what you're doing, because we all know that the fucking job is hard enough, and it is, especially doing whole carcass. Like, especially with you boys, which we'll talk about Pamphill in a minute, but we'll get this out. That reputation is key, because there's the people before you slaved away harder than ever. And then to build up their reputation, so they had the repeat custom as well. And that's where all these old butcher shops are like, 25, 30 years, you name it, going on. Their reputation have had dedicated people to it. We're all dedicated to it. That's why we're fucking here talking now.
Exactly.
People are listening and watching it.
And you have to be. Like, it is a lot. Like, you have to be dedicated to it. Like, and again, especially when you're doing the whole carcass, it's so much work. Like,
it's huge.
We are in there cutting meat and doing things all day long. Like, there's start to finish. You might have 10 minutes. Having a bit of a shooting the shit, having a coffee when you get there. But other than that, it's like there is always stuff happening, and it's like, not only is it the amount of workload from breaking all these carcasses down, but it's all perishable goods. So it's like, you lay up a counter and you've got to constantly be, refreshing bits and facing them off and whatever. And it's just non-stop.
It's the cleanliness that comes with it. It's also keeping morale high as well. So if, like, your man down the block is like had a fight with your wife or husband or whatever, you got to kind of break that funk, because you can't get trapped in your head, especially when you're breaking animals down. You're in this like trance almost. You're overthinking the stupid stuff that you've done.
Or you're just sat there on the block cutting meat all day. If you're doing, say you've got a body of beef to go through, it's like, that's you just on the block for, and you can. It's like you might not have any outside interaction that whole time. You just be there, working away the whole time, and it's just like it is easy to get, zoned in.
No, I hate it. Like, that's where it also breaks up with talking to customers. You can do that, but then if the morale at work isn't as it is, and plus, last week when I spoke with Brad Burke, we were talking about like praise and everything as well, and praising people, telling them, keeping that morale consistent. Like, you did fuck up the sausages. That was maybe on my end. Or maybe you just forgot or something. But like, still keeping that praise high is such a big thing. Especially because you're in a management role as well. Like, in praise is like what you give, and like people take that on board. And how was your day, honey? It's fucking shit. Harry yelled at me. I fucked up the sausage. I boned out the beef wrong or whatever. It's just like, no, we'll just face that off, or use that for something else.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Like, that is always the way I try and go about things. Is like, if you've made a fuck up, it is very rarely that deep. Like, if you've completely, slashed the fillet and everything, it's like, okay, shit. But like,
beef fillet kebabs. Exactly.
Yes. Like, there's always something that can be done with it. If someone slashes into something, it's like, and again, that's my job as someone with 12 years experience to go, okay, what can we do with this now? This has been slashed into. What can I do with this? How can I yield this without, and to be honest, that doesn't happen. It's not like fucking every week people are slashing in stuff. It's like, it's not.
You do have the odd day.
Yeah, but it happens. Everyone fucks up, but it's like you can Like, yeah, there's-
Literally from time to time, and I'm like, what's that doing?
yeah, it's like shit.
I was just locked in the trains, just thinking about whatever. It got me again.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, you just got to work around it. And as I say, that's my job. That's my job as the leader in there, is to go, right, what can we do with this? How can we work around this? Like, what does it benefit me to go and fucking yell in someone's face and ruin his day because he slashed into someone, like, you know?
He
Unless
does,
he did it on purpose.
because he might be like, you know, a week out from holidays.
Yeah, yeah.
He's quit and he's got like a couple of days left and just wants to fuck up your mojo.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Someone does it on purpose, very different story.
yeah, there'll be a rim warning.
Yeah.
Bad enough.
Yeah.
Like, before we go any further, mate, give us a rundown, paint us a picture of like what shops you worked in. Have you always been in Dorset, or what are you saying?
Yeah, so I started. I worked at Macro at first. I worked there part time when I was doing my A levels. I finished my A levels, and I was like, I need a full time job. You know what you got? And they said, yeah, we've got one full time job. It's on the butchery, and I was just like, I hadn't ever thought about butchery before. Hadn't ever been on the radar, and I just went, yeah, like fuck it, I'll do that. See what happens. And I was always interested in food. I always wanted to be a chef when I was a teenager, and then I decided it wasn't for me. And so at that point, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just like, I just need to work. And so I started working at Macro, and obviously it's all just packets, and you know, there's not an awful lot of actual butchery. And I just fell in love with it. Like, I started doing it, and I was just like, I love this. I love everything about it. And so obviously from that, it was like, I want to do whole stuff. It was always my thing was like, I want to do whole animals. I don't want to open packets. I don't want to do primals. I want it to be, it's like, if I'm going to do something, I want to be really good at it. I want to like know it start to finish, you know?
Definitely.
So I worked there for a bit anyway, and then I moved to a catering butcher's, Springfield.
Oh yeah. So how are we again now?
Yeah, there we are. And again, I thought, you know, I was like, oh yeah, I get to do a bit more here. And I was telling to them, I was like, yeah, I really, really want to learn. I'm really keen. And they were like, yeah, that's cool. The sausage machine's over there. So I was stuck doing sausages like the whole time I was there, which to be fair was only about 6 months.
Oh yeah.
And there was a couple of old boys there that used to work, you know, in the afternoons, because obviously it was a morning thing. And so I said, all right, well, if I stay behind kind of in my own time, can I work with those guys? So they were like, yeah, okay, yeah, fine. So I had to stay behind in my own time, because this is something I found early on. It's so hard to learn. You think, oh, I really want to learn this. Someone will teach me. And it's just, it's very, very hard. A lot of butcheries, they either don't do whole carcass, or they've got a bit of an old boys club on the go, and they just go like, nah, like, you know, we'll leave you to do the burgers and that, and we'll never let you actually do anything. So I got to learn a bit of boning out when I was there, and I was like, you know, so that just fueled it. I was just like, even more, I was like, I want to do
The fire's been there.
yeah, I want to do like proper stuff. So then I went to the salt pig after that, and I thought, right, cool, you know, this is all whole carcass, this is all, you know. And I get there, and I was like, right, now I'm going to be taught. There's no one there to teach me, it's just me. And I was like,
Sounds about right.
yeah, there's a side of beef in the fridge, like crack on, and it was like, I'd never even seen one before.
Oh wow.
So I'm like, I bought books and I got videos, and I'm just having to just bring the beef out and just, you know, I'm watching this video, reading this book, and I'm just trying to, so that was good. I was thrown in at the deep end, and I had the opportunity to do a lot of carcasses there because I was the only one there.
Yep. It was definitely up to you.
That which helps,
Yeah.
yeah.
It sounds like the salt pig through.
Yeah. So yeah, I learned even more there. And then from there it was like, right, London, that's the only option now. It's like, you know, in Dorset, there's, as you know, there's not that many butcheries about, really. You'd think there was. You'd go, oh, countryside Dorset, loads of them, but there isn't really. And a lot of them are just like high street butchers that, as I say, are just opening packs, or, you know, they do like one pig and that's it. So I was like, as I say, I was very, very adamant on whole stuff. So I was like, right, the only option now is London. So I moved up to London, spent 2 years up there. I worked for The Butchery Limited. I think have closed now.
They were a while back.
Yeah, they were in the Arches in Bermondsey, and it was like, that was where I really, really started to you know.
Hone in.
Yeah, like I remember my first day there, and the head butcher's like, "Oh, you know, we'll do some beef, you know, see if you can keep up, basically." And I was like, "Yeah, like been doing loads of beef in Salt Pig, like, and you know, it would take me a whole day to do like a side of beef."
Yeah, of course.
And I'm like, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing, you know. I've been on Instagram, I've seen the cool cuts, I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm doing." And they're like, you know, they're doing it all on the rail, and they're breaking beef down in like minutes. And I'm there like, "Oh shit!" So
Back off yourself into
yeah, I was like, "Yeah, I can do a side of beef. Yeah, and give me the day." And they were doing 10 bodies of beef a week there, and it was just like, you know, the head butcher would go in the fridge with his hook and his knife, and just rip them apart nicely. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
It would be seeming very.
yeah. And I was like, "Oh shit!" But again, that just fueled it even more. I spoke to the head butcher, and I was like, "Oh, I want to be able to do that." Like seeing him break it down on the rail. Like I'd never seen that before. It was all, you know, you would have done it in Australia, I imagine.
Yeah.
Like the classic English butchery is all on the block, you know. And I was just like, that. That is how I want to do it.
Yeah.
So they showed me how to do it there. I moved up to another farm shop after that. And they showed me how to do it on the rails. So I was like, right, I'm going to perfect this. And again, we were doing loads of beef there. So I had a real chance to like really nail it down. So I learned how to do it all on the rail and got quite good at it. And so that was like, I was in like a prep area. We had a shop, and then I was in a separate area.
Yeah.
And at first, I was like, yeah, cool. And we were just breaking beef all day, breaking stuff all day, and it was great. But after a few months, it was like you say, yeah, like you say, like you get stuck in your head, and it's like I'm just separate. I'm not talking to anyone. I'm just, you know, cutting all day long. So you know, the place was really great, but it was just like this isn't the work for me.
Yeah.
But I got really bloody good at it. So I was like, I just got to do it all day, every day for ages. So I was like, I'm grateful now that I did it, because it was like
It transferred over to where you are now, really.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was from there. I went to France, and you know, I managed to get the job out there, and you know, I learned more there. And then I came back a couple of years ago. Quick stopgap in Salt Pig again, and then need must. And then I moved over to Pamphill a year and a half ago. So yeah, so I've done 10 years of just sort of moving around, and which is great, because in an industry like this, you know, you do a bit in one shop, and you see someone do something that you've never seen before. You go, oh, I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take that, and you build up all this skill set of just little bits that you've learned from everyone you've worked with. So yeah, it's been great, you know, coming back here and being like, right, I've got good sort of 10 years of skills,
knowledge and built up. And you've got it all in your backpack now. And it all transfers.
And it was perfect, because I started at Pamphill, and he was like, right, you know, we want to improve the shop. We want it to be all whole carcass. We want it to be all good stuff. And I was just like, yeah, cool. Like, I know what I'm doing with that. So I literally took over the place December 23, and it was just like, right. And we literally within like a week just changed everything. I went in and I was just like, right, change that. And it was a lot of work initially, because obviously the boys had done whole carcasses, but not to that extent. It was like we do a side of beef once every 2 weeks, whereas now we're doing like, you know, side of beef most days. It's like it's all the time, you know.
Consistent.
Yeah, and they hadn't done that amount before, so yeah, it was a bit at first. It was a lot of work.
Were you there when Edmund was there?
No, just after him I started.
He moved away, didn't he?
Yeah.
Because when I saw that, I was like, holy hell.
Yeah.
Your man's moving away. What's all this about? But
yeah, I never met him either, so
he was nice.
Yeah.
I met him a few times, because I was like, where my shop was, you guys were 12, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yeah.
Like, and I'd pop in every so often on my day off, and I'd speak to him before.
Yeah.
And then I'd leave my shop to let the boys run that for a little bit, or girls as well.
Yeah.
And then, he was super sweet, but he never mentioned, like, anything of moving or
really?
whatnot.
Yeah, it's like, right, gone.
Yeah, exactly. It was like him and his husband, and they went to, like, the Philippines or something.
Yes, yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay.
All right.
Those are big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
He's been there for years.
Yeah, he had been there years. Yeah, I've heard about him, but I never met the guy, so I I don't know.
He's fabulous.
But yeah, I think now it's very different. I think the shop that we're running now is a very different thing. It's, you know, as I said, it's very whole carcass focused. It's very, you know, we started doing all whole chickens. You know, they were buying in breasts and things before, and it was like, right, let's go all whole chickens. So we're doing sort of like 100 odd chickens a week, and it's like we bone out all the chicken wings and we make sausages with them, and you know, we use them to make Kievs and things, because it's just like, that's what I mean. It's like, and you go, oh, maybe I will just buy in breasts. But it's like,
it makes sense to you.
Yeah. But you're like, no, that's not what we do. So
Yeah.
you know, every week all four of us jump on it, and we break down all these chickens, and it's like, you know, we've got to bone out hundreds of legs and hundreds of wings, and you know, we make it work. You know, every week we've got a chicken sausage on, which is all made with the wing meat, so it's just like
Flavor Town.
Yeah.
Baby. That is awesome.
yeah, banging. We got our new guy. He used to be a chef, so he's like, you know, boss of flavors. It's like every time he sat down, I'm just like, you're the man. It's like, well, we did new chicken sausage flavor this week. What you got? And yeah, he's done Thai green ones. He's about to make a kimchi one this week.
Oh.
Well, he's going to make the kimchi this week, so going to have a kimchi one come in. We've had soy, honey, and chili. There's always a different one on the go, and it's, you know, it's a lot of work, but in my mind, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I found with chicken sausages, people are like, oh, how much fat's in there, or I don't want it to dry out, or this and that. It's just like, if you're adding like the wing meat in, you're not fucking taking the skin off.
No.
Just fucking throw her in.
It's like we're already boning them out. I am not skinning them as well.
Well, we'll save that for the thighs and breasts, but even then, you're going in the mix.
Oh yeah, I'm not skinning them as well. Like, but then in my mind, that's what the sausage is. Like, you don't want a lean sausage. Like, and I think people worry about the fat in sausages, thinking, oh, if I get lean ones from the supermarket, they're healthy, and it's like, I'm pretty sure it's all the preservatives and shit that's the bad bit, rather than the fat. Like, I'd rather have a fatty sausage without all the shit in it. That's, in my mind, that's, you know, I'm no nutritionist, but that feels better to me.
Also, if you did like a comparison of like a sausage from supermarket to yours, and then feel which one would fill you up more, you'd be more satisfied with yours, and then the supermarket one you'd feel a little bit like sloppy. Like, I always found when you've eaten those, you're always like, that's curing me from the inside out.
Curing, not in a good way.
Yeah, definitely not. And I always because I've been doing this nearly 20 years now, and like my preference on salt is changed dramatically.
Yeah.
So when I find that things are too salty, I just honestly would be like, nah, man, you got to lay it back.
Yeah, yeah.
Because your taste buds change. But like when it comes to the older generation, they want a banger. It's either too salty or it's not salty enough. Like, because theirs is probably wearing away a bit more, or they're super sensitive to it.
Yeah.
And I feel like now I'm being more conscious with the salts. Like, especially when I was doing my shop and it was grinding down Dorset sea salt. Just getting that balance right, constantly just putting in fresh veggies and herbs and you name it.
Yeah.
And then converting over to the packeted stuff. You're like, I know that this packet is a kilo. It's about this much salt.
Yeah. We use a couple of packet mixes, and I dilute them more than, you know, it says use 6 kilos of meat or whatever. I'm like, put 7.5 in, because they are just, you try it, and as you say, it's like salt overload. And I know that is, you know, to make it moreish and make people like it and whatever, but it's just like, I mean, it's too much for me anyway. Maybe a lot of people are into it, but for me, like, I try it and it's like, ooh, no. Like, so we dilute it a lot more. Yeah,
it's always good. You always go over, especially. What I found, and this is like a bit of promo, I guess, like Leonard's Ingredients, when they do their sausage mixes, they're not heavy. They're quite light, and like you still get that like the freshness, and it's still like what they say, and it works. Because we use it now over at the shop I am, and like we do certain flavors with them, or do a base with them, and then we add in like fresh to whatever. And I always find that like that baseline is really good, but like the sausages that they make that are the classics, I would say. He uses a Dorset company. There's one company called Dorset Glory.
Okay.
It's just like that. It's just salt. It's not making cumin. Salt and pepper. But it's super salty, and I'm like, oh. People come in and they're like, give me fucking 3 pounds. I'm like, are you okay?
The right.
Are you okay? Like I was saying to the boss, and he's like, "Nah, that's what my dad taught me, and this is how we'll keep it." I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh man,
Yeah.
let's calm it down. Just like bring back that, bring that salt, you know." But
Yeah.
no telling someone that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it's like even with like bacon, I much prefer a sweeter cure. So
Yeah.
if I ever make a bacon, I'll do sort of 60-40 salt and sugar.
Yeah.
Because I like, again, a lot of people probably do like really salty bacon, but I cannot stand.
I can't stand it, man.
Yeah, I like a sweeter or just a more, not neutral, but more like base, you know, rather than just that bite into it. And you're like
we're just going to add more tomato ketchup on
Yeah,
because there's sugar content.
Yeah.
But then also, when you do add in more sugar to it, it caramelizes.
Yeah.
And then the bacon becomes like, it just kind of doesn't have that like burnt crust as much. Well, it depends how high your pan is. But if you get that smoothness of that, you get that crunch from it, fucking laugh.
Yeah, any kind of like maple bacon, treacle bacon, like that is bit of me.
Yeah, Simon Maynard, who's over at McNames, they do a treacle bacon as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, every time we post it, I'm like, send me a kilo. Send me a kilo. He never does it,
What?
No, but he does, and they're like, just because he's an ex-chef as well, and now he's gone on a path of like doing these baking and everything, and he's doing like, what are they on? Not on cruise, fucking. Are they on cruise? I can't remember.
That's on cruise.
Yeah, the Paddy on cruise. Yeah, he's doing those now, and he's on this adventure. But like, because he's got that background, and he's like, he just cures this bacon, and just looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like almost picturesque, you know, like when you see someone promoting something.
Yeah.
It's like that, and you just like, get out of here,
Get out of here.
And they do whole carcass as well, so it's like, this is how much bacon we're gonna have from here.
Yeah.
Limited time only, and you're like, guarantee that fucking thing's going to sell.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Because that's the thing. It's like, obviously, butchery over the last 30, 40 years was all about just, you know, lean, box, packet, all of that, you know.
Which is not good.
No, it's not at all. And it's like people get so used to just unlimited bacon, unlimited sausages and that. And it's like, obviously, as we said earlier about margin, you've got to have product to sell. But like, it's, you know, I'm only going to get so much sirloin off a cow. I'm only going to get so much pork loin. It's like,
how much do I trim? Do I cut back? Do I do larded trim on the old sirloin and take the silver out? Is that going to make for good burgers?
Exactly.
I'm going to do that. And you're just like, right, you're going to have to, what you've learned for 12 years, you kind of have to reinvent again.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's a really good brain teaser. Yeah. It's such a good brain teaser, but at the same time, you're just like, I still got all this beef to fucking break down.
Yeah.
And that's the main hump.
Yeah.
And then when you get to that point where you're like, right, now we're going to utilize this and I got no wastage.
Yeah.
But like, whatever wastage I need needs to go into burgers.
That's the thing. It's like, I could just stop ordering all these carcasses in and I could just go, right, I'll have a box of sirloin, box of ribeye, like, I'll just order all the prime cuts in and that would be easy. It'd be really, really easy.
You'd be back at square one 12 years ago.
Yeah. But it's like, if I'm going to do that, then I might as well just go and do some other job. It's like I've always said to myself, if I'm going to be a butcher, I'm going to be a butcher. I'm going to be doing the lot, you know. I'm not going to stand there opening packets and, you know, ordering shit in. It's just like
throwing boxes away and the boxes getting away and you're just like lugging it in like from a pallet or whatever and you're just like
because I would get no enjoyment out of that job. So if that was what butchery was, if that, say my boss was like, right, that's what we're doing, then it's like I'm going then. It's not if I'm going to do that, I might as well just go stack shelves. I might as well go do any other job, you know.
And plus your ethos as well. It's like it's more plastic, more cardboard. Like, how much do we personally know is actually getting recycled? How much do we personally know is not going back into the ocean? Like, also, you got microplastics. You don't get microplastics when you're doing whole beats, do you?
Yeah, exactly.
So, like, you guys use the Seal and Fresh bags, don't you?
Yeah.
There might be a little bit of microplastic there, but you can guarantee that that is an honest product.
Yeah.
That honest products come from an honest farm, and it's cut by a dishonest cunt.
Best way to do it, man.
Yeah, it's what makes the world go round.
Yeah, there's only people that want to do it.
No, fucking hell. So tell us about Pamphill, bro.
So Pamphill is really, really good, to be quite honest. It's like, as I said, I started there a year and a half ago and they were doing all of their own beef anyway, or they were supplying a lot of beef from the farm to the place, but the rest of it was all box and whatever. And yeah, I was basically tasked with changing it around completely. It's not. We didn't want to go too sort of modern hipster butchery because obviously our location and our clientele. But we are trying to go that way a little bit. I insisted on keeping a young team in there because not that there's anything wrong with older butchers, but just keep it young, keep the ideas fresh and whatever. And also encouraging young people to be butchers. It's like, we've got 4 people that are all, 30 odd, and it's just like, great, let's foster that, because all the other butcheries I've ever worked at, it's all 60-year-old blokes and no one else in there. And it's just like, there's got to be someone coming up to do it after all those guys are gone. And it's like, I've worked in places before where there's been young people that have been really, really keen to learn, and they don't get shown anything, and they just get treated like shit, basically. So yeah, my biggest thing is that we're all going to know how to do everything. It's not going to be I'm the boss and I'm doing all the beef and no one else knows how to do it and no one else is touching it. It's like I want all of us to be doing everything. So that is my biggest focus when I'm there.
That's brilliant. That's really good.
Yeah, our new guy, he comes from a chef background, and obviously it was a lot easier because he has knife skills already. So that's obviously half the battle. But as soon as he started, it was just like, let's go. You're doing everything. Like, he was doing beef within the first couple of weeks. Like, it was just like, because what's the point? There's no point going, you're not touching that for 5 years or whatever it is.
Of course.
He came to us saying he wants to learn how to be a butcher. So
there you go.
He's 6 months in. He's already breaking beef down on the rail. He already knows how to do everything. And it's just like, he's obviously not as quick as the rest of us, but he knows how to do it. He's already doing it. So in my mind, it's just like, go, keep getting, get quicker, get better. And, again, my thought is like, for his morale, if he comes in, I really want to learn how to be a butcher, and you just don't show him anything, he's going to go, well, fuck this, I can go somewhere else.
Go back to the kitchen.
He understands that it's not always, sometimes it's like, right, I need this done, so I'm going to get on and do it. He knows, but as a general rule, I'm like, you're going to do as much butchery as we can physically let you do,
Yeah, it also makes your life a bit easier as well. So, like, the training for the first month or so is knowing. He's already got the knife skills. It's knowing and putting it into practice with hands-on. That's how most of us actually do work. Is actually with hands-on. But just getting him in for the first month and just doing the bigger jobs, it makes your life a bit easier. And you can focus on, right, I've got to catch up on Hassab. I've got to catch up with Rob, or I've got to catch up with Callum to promote this or do that or do this.
Exactly.
If he can do that, as you said, speed's not a thing. It doesn't matter. It gives you time to
definitely
praise. And you can praise. You're like, fucking hang it. Let you go. You're smashing it.
I showed him how to do top bits on the rail a couple of weeks ago. He was struggling with it a bit. A lot of seams, and it's he was struggling with it a bit. And he did one the other day, and I gave him minimal instruction, and he nailed it. And you're just like, my man. It was like perfect. The little peel on the top rung, the bone was perfectly clean. Like, he nailed it, and I was just like, yes.
My job here is done.
Yeah, exactly.
0 o'clock.
I've worked in places where only the head butcher does beef, and they won't let anyone else touch it. And it's just like, I do a lot of the beef there, but it's not from a place of, I'm the only one that does it. It's just, it's my baby. I do a lot of it. But if I take a week off or something, if I don't let anyone else do it, then the week before the week off, I got to break loads of beef down. Like, whereas I know I can just go, okay, cool. Everyone knows how to do it. Everyone knows how to do everything. And as you say, if I need to do Hassab, if I need to think about anything else, it's like I can just go, cool. You guys do that. I'm going to go sort that.
Yeah, and the biggest challenge now, because we're coming up to September and you've got Christmas around the corner. Now you got to think about those things as well as keeping on top of the Hassab, keeping morale high, and then making sure that, we're promoting all these things through here. Social media is amazing, but also it's just like a weird phase, like at the moment, because like there's so much content. Will yours get lost in between it, or doesn't portray it enough, or whatever? That's the biggest battle, is trying to get on the socials and go on, Yeah. That worked. This worked. That worked. No.
And for you to be relevant on Instagram, you got to be posting all the time, every day, and it's just like,
have I got time?
Yeah, we do post, and we try and at least do like a weekly counter video at the weekend or something, but we're not going to be posting every day. We're not going to be, continuously plugging it. It's just, it's too much. You need a social media person to do that.
You do.
As I said earlier, we're so busy all day. I haven't got time to just, mess around doing that.
Because you got to wash your hands then, because you've been playing with beef all day. You pick up your phone.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, everyone smile.
Yeah. Another smile.
What's that smile?
You're happy, aren't you?
Brogan, sit down and cry. Hey, no salt in the tin. Yeah, sausage. There's enough there. You know how I feel about that. But yeah, trying to just get the counter, and then you're like, right, send it off, or you to do like weekend ready counter full or whatever, and you're like, oh, now I'm going to do 30 hashtags.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. No way, Jose.
And if you post that on Friday, Saturday, everyone else is doing it as well. So what's yours got that's going to be, I don't have the technological ability to make a really cool Instagram video.
Do you know how much time that takes?
I could film it and I could post it, but like doing all of the cuts and all of that stuff, I don't know how to do all that.
Honestly, like between like doing for this and then doing like the clips and doing like the editing and everything for it, it takes me days.
Yeah.
And like imagine if you're doing like a super glossy counter picture with like other bits and pieces. Honestly, like it just takes such a long time.
Yeah.
And you're like that's fine. Do you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. Everyone knows we're here.
Yeah. Let's just we'll post every week or so just to remind people, but there's only so much you can do. We've recently done a couple of collaborations with Deus Lodge over in Boscombe.
I was going to ask you about that, and the others as well.
Yeah. So they are very much the cool kids on the scene, and we're very fortunate that my brother works in there. That gave us the kind of link to them. But also the boss there, Matt, is very like
open.
Yeah, he loves the story. He loves he could buy this meat from a catering butcher's.
Yeah, butchers or whatever.
Yeah, but he's like, no, I like the fact that, you're the brother of the chef. I like the fact that it's good meat and it's, so yeah, we did a chop night with them recently.
Yeah.
Where they used a load of our ribs of beef, which I dry aged for I think 5 weeks in the end for them. And they were insane.
It's starting to get that nice crust on the outside.
I was cutting into them, and it's and they sold all of them.
Did they?
I gave them, I had 25 available, and it was like, oh, we'll see how many you sell, and they sold all of them.
Wow.
So they just did this big night. They cooked them all up for sharing. We supplied all the marrow bones to them as well. We did like a marrow bone thing. And it was good. And so, we're getting promotion from that as well.
Yeah.
The other day they had their Cinderfest.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen about that.
Yep.
So we sold them a whole side of beef for that, which again was 5 week aged, and it was all Chilbridge beef, and that was gorgeous as well. So again, like events like that where they're just plugging us, it's just like we got this banging beef on. It's from Pamphill. We're selling this meat from Pamphill. It's like just that constant plug,
Have you heard of Pamphill?
Yeah, exactly. We're just there like on the menu, like. Check us out, and it was amazing. I was up there on Sunday. I got a few little slices of the steak and a burger, and it was really, really good stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not just saying that; like it was amazing. And we cut it all down to their spec. They were cooking, big lumps of it on the grill, and it was again they had a massive day down there. Everyone was raving about the beef, and it's like. That's what we need,
Yeah.
People all going, oh, fucking hell, where's this beef come from? And they're just plugging it. And it's like, that's what we need.
That's what you need as well. It's such a good outlet to do things like that and have that connection. Because now when I saw it, I was like, motherfuckers, let's do that.
Yeah.
That's where the connection, your brother being in there. So that's incredible news. And you guys deserve as much recognition as well. But like, the place where you are, it's not far out, but it's not. It's hidden, like almost.
We still get people coming up that are like, I've lived in Wimbledon 10 years, didn't even know it's here. And we're like, how would you not know it's here? And like, that's people that live in Wimbledon. If you live this way, why would you know it's there? We're tucked away. there is signage, but it's very much, if you know, you know.
It's very like the signage does not do you guys justice at all. When you're going down there, you just have this little split on the left-hand side. It's like down, yeah. But you got the sign. It's like this big, isn't it?
Yeah. By the time you see the sign, you've already missed it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like,
oh, now we're going to turn around 6 miles down the road.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a gap.
yeah, exactly. So it's just like if we can get as much of that sort of plug-in as we can, and especially because they're based over in Boscombe, it's like, you know, it's the other side, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
we get a lot of people from Blandford and Wimborne and Corfmullen, and you know, having that side of things.
Yeah, you got that quarter of like
Yeah.
what's it kind of covered in a sense,
Yeah, yeah.
and where like anything outside of that radius, people aren't going to travel as much.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Because the only time they're probably going to travel is like go to the Wimborne town centre,
Mhm.
and they'll go see Paul Keaton there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
If they want some,
Yeah.
nothing, like you're not close enough.
Yeah.
But you are close enough. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
because like where Wimborne is, you guys are just on the outside.
Yeah, I mean, literally right there.
Yeah.
It's about a mile out. It can't be that far.
If that, yeah. But it's just like without anyone knowing. But you know, it's such a great fucking place as well. Because you got fresh fruit and veg, is it?
Yeah.
You've got Phil, like they do their recyclable and like all their like hand soaps and the white.
Oh, Phil, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're good. We got them.
Who's Phil?
You man Phil down the road.
I was like, Phil.
Yeah, so you got those products there, and then you got your restaurant as well.
Yeah.
And you did a steak night quite a
Yes.
while, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah. We started to do Pamphill nights up there
Mm.
because it's they use it as a cafe and it's open till sort of 4:30. And I've been saying ever since I started there, it was just like, let's get something going in the evening. And I don't like the term supper club, but a supper club type situation. And it's just like, why not? We've got Cal who makes our pies. He's a chef. We've got the new guy saying that he's a chef as well. We've got the butchery. We've got the butchers. It's like, why not? Yeah, why not? So yeah, we did our first one a few weeks ago. Did a steak night in there, and it was really, really popular.
It looked really posh as well. It's like really done up nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Candles.
yeah.
Like it was really like a dining experience.
Yeah, we
That's what
literally-
you captured. It's good.
We all worked all day, you know, in the butchery and whatever, and then we had about an hour to like turn the cafe over. So they left. We got straight in there, turned the whole place over, turned it into a restaurant.
Mm.
We had 2 seatings, and they were really, really successful. So it was just like, cool, this is the go.
Yeah.
We're hoping to do one once a month, but
I think it's good
we'll see
actually.
how we go. And also the biggest thing for us is to do it as cheap as we can, because I want people to come once and go, cool, I'll come to that next month as well, rather than like, oh, I can't afford to. It's like, I want people that want to come to be able to come, you know, every month.
You want it sustainable enough, but worth your while.
Yeah, it's got to be worth our while to do it, obviously. But yeah, keeping that price, you know, as low as we can go is our biggest thing anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Especially if you're dry aging something for 4 weeks,
Yeah, yeah.
taking the end piece off, straight into burgers, trim, and whatnot. And then you're like, now I'm going to portion this, and it's got to be correct.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you got, 40 steaks going out, let's say. You got to portion this up and let it be correct.
I did. I kept 2 loins for it. I had 40 steaks, and I was just like, yeah, that should be good. I cracked into them, and I got exactly 40 out of it. I was like, portion them up, and it was like 8 ounces on the dot. Okay, great. 8 ounces on the dot. Okay, great. And like, with each one, I'm like, I got less and less like leeway here. It's like, and I'm like,
Because it's widening up, isn't it? So you're like, ugh.
and I did the first loin, and I got 20, and I was like, okay, cool. So I should have, but I've got no
Copy and paste.
Yeah, if I cut one and it's bloody 10 or 12, it's like, oh shit. So I'm like getting more and more like, these steaks. And yeah, it literally got exactly 40 out there. And I was just like, okay, cool.
And brewing.
Yeah, we can breathe.
Nah, it's brewing. What did they serve with it?
So we did. What did we do with it? He did it with chard and beef fat carrots. That was it. And then we made a big batch of bone marrow butter, cooked off the steaks, put that on top. We did a potato rosti as well. Yeah, it was insane. It was really, really good.
Oh my goodness!
I only got to try a couple of little bits and pieces. I didn't actually get to try the whole thing, but it looked amazing anyway.
Yeah, no, I was seeing the photos and the video and everything as well. It just looked incredible.
Yeah.
And are you thinking about doing a draw for it as well? Be like, so let's just say, well, if you can do them every month, and then you know you do something on Instagram or Facebook or whatever,
Yeah.
do like whoever comments on this and that, or
Yeah, we were going to do that. We had a burger night planned, which we've cancelled actually, but we were going to be doing that for that one. Which again, it just I want to kind of spur it so that people have got all of the incentive to come up. It's like, oh, it's cheap, or oh, we can just share this and potentially win a ticket. And it's like, you know, especially people from Wimborne and that, it's like
they got money.
Yeah. It's like, you know, you got a few restaurants down in Wimborne, but like we like to think that there's nothing really like this. So it's like we want it to be this thing that people can just come to, you know.
I think it's a great idea. Like, I've always wanted, like, because I did master classes at mine, and I did a 2-course dinner, and they sold out all the time. People, well, can I get on? I was like, I can't. Like what I'm serving. It's just been portioned enough from whatever I'm using, and like I can't just magically get another pig or a beef or whatever and prep that ready for that to go down the line. People fucking loved them. But the master classes are long because you're doing 7 to 5, swapping over like you're doing, getting all the everything ready, and then doing hosting a master class, and then you're doing dinner service as well.
It's long,
It's fucking long.
We all worked all day, and then, as I say, we changed the restaurant over. We worked all evening in the restaurant. Then we had to put it all back as if we were never there, because obviously, you know, it's the cafe's area, and we've come in there as a separate entity. So we've got to make sure that
spick and span.
Yeah, and it's, you know, you want it to look like we're never even there, you know.
Yeah.
Because obviously they let us use the place, and it's like great. So we want to make sure it's, you know, so you've got that whole evening of work that goes into it.
Yeah.
Plus all the work beforehand, you know. Our 2 chefs, you know, they had to put in most of an afternoon getting all the prep done for it. I was obviously doing the butchery for it. It's, you know, a lot goes into it.
Yeah.
But it's cool.
It is.
It's just a cool thing to do, isn't it?
It's always worthwhile when people are like, oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's where that word of mouth comes in again. And you're like, all right, let's wait. And then if you get enough traction with it, it's when you can start people put deposits down.
Yeah. And a lot of the people that came were customers from the butchery, and they were just like, it was cool to see them all, you know, in a different place, different context, and being able to kind of have a chat with them. Because I was just running food on the night. I was like, you know, the 2 chefs can do all the cooking.
Chef tucked in.
Yeah, like that's not me. I'll do the food. So yeah, I was just running the food to everyone, and you know, for me, it was like, you know, seeing all these faces that come in and buy our meat that have all booked on to come and eat with us as well. It's like, it's really nice, you know. I'm having a chat with them, and they're like, "Oh, this is banging. This is great." It's just like, yeah, cool. That's what we want.
Is there anything else you need?
Yeah.
A couple of kilos of mince got plenty of it. But yeah, you guys do a lot of cooking anyway in the shop. Like every time you tag us, like, well, me personally, tag me, you're always cooking something. I'm like, these motherfuckers.
Yeah, we do. Everyone has lunch in the shop, and it's just like, again, we don't take piss with it. We're not cooking ribs of beef and whatever, but we do always have a little something, and it's just like, again, good for morale, isn't it?
It's like, good incentive.
Yeah, it's like the people that work in the cafe and the shop and that, they all get lunch from the cafe, but like,
do we get anything?
Yeah, we could, but it's like, we'll just do our own. You know, we got all this meat here, and it's like, sometimes it's like, all right, all 4 of us will just share a spatchcock chicken or something, but it's like, again, in my mind, it's like, who wants a soggy fucking sandwich that's been sat in their bag all day? It's like, you work somewhere with good meat and, you know, the facilities to cook it, so have a good lunch, you know.
Have you found doing that has made people more loyal then?
I don't know. It's hard to say, because we've always done that since I've been there, so I wouldn't know if, you know,
if things have changed. Yeah, you haven't had many changeover of people anyway.
No. Since I started there, we had a young guy called Miles who was there. Really, really good guy. And the only reason he left is because he was going travelling, and he was 21. You know, he'd been there 4 years. He'd always lived in Wimborne, so
there's a big wide world.
Yeah, it was only a matter of time before he kind of was going somewhere anyway.
But even then, he didn't leave on bad terms. He wasn't sick of it.
Yeah, no. He left in March, and he was like, you know, it's literally just because I'm going travelling, that's it. And obviously, if he ever could come back, we would absolutely have him back.
Yeah, 100%.
But obviously, we've had to hire someone else. But that's it. We've had no one else. I don't know if anyone's wants to leave, but we've had no one's let slip if they do.
No, because it's one of the shops that every time I walk in, obviously because you boys know me and that, but everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Greeting, the atmosphere on the floor is always positive, and it's like I don't know whether it is because you got a younger group or you're giving back and know how hard you work.
Yeah,
is giving back and like praise as well and other bits and pieces. Like those are the things that make a shop more worthwhile.
Yeah.
A lot of shops that I've worked in personally, and mentors just wouldn't teach anything, like you said at the beginning.
Yeah.
Mentor and trying to shadow someone or whatnot. You're always in the way. You're always this and that.
Yeah.
Never praised, always put down.
Yeah.
And you're just like, do I want to be like that person? Like, I know I'm sore.
Yeah.
I know I'm getting older and a little bit like agitated, a little bit like more. But do I want to be like that?
Yeah.
No, I'm the bigger person. You know, there's no point. And I think you've hit the nail on the head with like what you're doing at Pamphill.
Yeah.
It's like fucking.
Yeah. I'm so sick of that guy. But
hope he falls into the ice cream machine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's obviously for me when I started there, it was my first time being in a managerial position, and so I was finding my feet with it as well. And don't get me wrong, we're not perfect. We have our days in there when everyone's a bit pissed off or whatever. But as a general rule, you know, we all get on really well. We all have a laugh. We all chat shit all day. I'm always on the music. I've got to have music in there. It's like, you got it. I got like 6 different playlists that are all completely different, and we just cycle through them. And it's like I gotta have it. I'm not working in silence. I'm not having some crappy radio station on. It's like
because it's filled with more ads than they're playing music.
Exactly.
And they play one good song, and you're like,
and then they talk over it.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, fucking hell. So it's like, especially for that like pat down time, we always stop at 4, and it's like this is clean down time now. It's not.
Finish what you're doing.
Yeah, I've had it in places in the past where, you know, I've had to work right until the last second, and then I've had to sprint around and do a clean down, and then customers are coming in, and you're getting stressed, and you're trying to clean up, and you're trying to go home, and it's just, it's a you're racing to get out on time, and it's just like, no, we're not doing that. We can get enough done during the day. You know, we stop at 4 every day, and it's like, this is clean down time now.
Yeah.
And you can kind of, you know, you've been working away, and then it's like, cool, and it's plenty of time for us to do it.
Music on.
Yeah, music on. Music gets turned up a bit. Something a bit pump up, and everyone can just kind of have a chat, have a laugh, get cleaned down, and then we're out there on 5 because it's like
we got shit to do.
Yeah, again, that's a big thing for me. It's like I want everyone out on time. I want, you know, that was my big thing at Christmas as well. It was just like
I was very envious.
Yeah,
you guys have Christmas.
It's just like don't want anyone doing. You know, I'll be there at 5 if I need to be, but like. Other than that, I don't want anyone doing obscene days because I have done some disgusting Christmases in my time, and it's like, yeah, okay, it's a great time for us to make money as a business, and we want to take as much money as we can, but like, it's our Christmas too, and it's like, you know, I got 3 guys in there, you know, a couple of them have got kids and that, so I don't want them to have to work, you know, 15-hour days all week on the run up to Christmas. It's not fair. So
no.
That's like the biggest thing is like, let's try and keep within our hours. Let's try and, if it's an extra bit of time, like try and keep it minimal.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd rather come in early and do stuff or stay late or whatever, but I'm not going to make everyone else do it.
No, of course.
It's their Christmas too. They want to enjoy it, don't they?
Well, that's what it's all about. Christmas is like the joy season, but it's the most busiest for every butcher.
Yeah.
And when you guys, what was it, last year or the year before, your owners were like, just shut a day down.
Yeah.
And just get the prep ready. And I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that was when I started at Pamphill and they said that they did that. I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like, I worked at a place when I was in St Albans, and it was 7 a.m. till 2 a.m. every day for a whole week on the run up to Christmas. And it's just like, I had a fucking shit Christmas. I think I was exhausted, and I was in a bad mood, and I was just like,
you're supposed to be spending with family, joyous.
It gets to my Christmas day, and I'm like, I'm sick of Christmas. I'm fucked. You know, I'm working non-stop.
I'm not hungry.
And you're just like, what's the point? What is the point in doing this? Like, and I've made you a load of money. I'm like, you know,
did I get a bonus?
I'm just fucked. Yeah, that's all it's done for me. So yeah, it's like do as big a Christmas as we could do, but keep it realistic.
Yeah.
Like we were out at 5 every day, It was just like,
It's harsh.
it is. I've never ever worked anywhere where my Christmases have been like that. And it's just like,
That's really
I
good.
want to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Hey,
I've done some disgusting Christmases. Even like when I had my shop as well, I did the first year. I just wanted everything to be perfect, picture perfect.
Yeah,
I had all pigs and blankets behind, like after hours and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And then my wife's like, "When are you coming home?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Hang on, I need to get these orders correct. I need to make sure it's all picture perfect."
Yeah,
So I did these hampers as well,
Mm.
and I kind of fucking buried myself in it because I was like, "No one's going to go for these because it was stupid money."
Yeah,
It was just like an extra additive, like, you know, liven up your Christmas and that. And like, I did some really, you know, ridiculous things, and people were like, "Yeah,
cool.
and I ended up selling like
Like 4 of them.
yeah, I was, and then people were like, "Oh, I'm going to tell my friends. These are really good," and their friends would call the next day or the week up, and then yeah, they'll do that, and I'm like, "Oh my god, what have I done?
Yeah, why have I done this?
What have I done?" And so I was like making all these things picture perfect, and just so when people turned up, this is it. This is what's remaining on the bill,
Which is, you know, a fantastic service to offer. It's just whether you're willing to do it. Man.
Yeah.
Like,
but then, like you said, Christmas Day rolls around.
Yeah.
I thought it was like 6 months or whatever, you know, and I was sitting there like, I've done this to myself.
yeah.
You know, I've done this to myself. I can't be in the mood.
Yeah.
I can't be aggro. Well, like, oh yeah, I'll have a drink. You know,
Yeah.
might perk you up, and it brings you back down.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, I know it's not quite on par with like chefing or hospitality, but it's a very similar. It's a very similar thing with butchery, and it's like, you know, it is just expected that you'll just, you know, I worked in plenty of places where, you know, you're getting towards the end of the day and you go, oh, cool, start packing up now, is it? And they're just like, no. All right. And
There's a whole pallet of shit in there that needs bone.
yeah, and it's like 4:30 and you know, and they're just like, no. And you're just stuck there all evening and you're like, well, I don't want to fucking do this. Like, yeah, I'm passionate about my job and I want to do my job well. Between 8 and 5, like I've got a life as well. I want to finish work and I want to be energetic and I want to go do things. I don't want to be, you know, taken into my evening and then finishing and I'm so tired I don't want to do anything. It's like, well, that passion is going to very quickly die if you live like that.
It dips. It even makes or break a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like butchers that I've spoken to, like who've been on here. They're like, oh, I started at Christmas, and then, you know, then I was like, that's fucking ballsy.
Yeah.
Like when I started, it was like the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
Nearly 20 years ago. So I was like a whole year to build up for this. Some people just started and it's like, oh, we were a month out of Christmas or 2 weeks, or we were in Christmas and that. And they've been stuck with the industry for, you know, over 20 years now or 10 years or whatever. And I'm like, fucking hell. Yeah. But it's always the worst.
Yeah. It's brutal. And you see it with chefs all the time.
Yeah.
Chefs all the time, you very rarely see an older chef, do you? They're normally up to 30 odd and then they're done. And it's like, you know, the passion for it gets beaten out of them, you know, within a couple of years because they just get absolutely ruined. And it's like, butchery is probably not quite as bad as that, but it's definitely there's a definite thing there. Yeah. And a lot of people do just expect you to do it. And it just, you know, your mental health as a butcher, like I've worked with so many butchers where their mental health is absolutely through the floor. You know, they're just, as we've said, you know, they're just on that block all day long and they're in their own head and it's like, and it's just non-stop and it's tough on your shoulders and it's tough on your neck and your back and it's like, you know, you get these people that are living with chronic pain because they're always on block. And obviously, you earn fuck all. You know, you ain't got enough to be going chiropractor and whatever. And I work with a lot of people, and it's sad. You just go, fuck it, like.
But their spirit's broken.
Yeah.
And of all the things that are wrong with them, their spirit is the worst. And that's what you need to try and drive them up and bring them up to like a level where they'll talk to you. Yeah. You know, but it is hard.
Yeah. And I'm you know, I was always the youngest person in the butchery, you know, and it's like I'm very much of the opinion, like, well, I want young people to come through and carry on doing this, like, you know, and if it's that kind of workplace, what bloody 16-year-old or 18-year-old is going to want to do it? Like,
not with the internet and everything.
Yeah, they're just going to want to do it. And if it's this shitty job where everyone's fucked and they're earning no money, it's like, well, they're not going to want to do it, are they?
No, of course not. Not with like the internet and you see all the glitz and glamour and all the cars and OnlyFans and all this and that. Like, no one's really got an incentive to do anything. You know, it seems to be in the like. Because my brother is 10 years younger than me. His whole life is now based online because
Yeah.
he plays professionally for like for Australia.
Yeah.
A game called Counter-Strike Go.
Right. Yeah.
He does a bit of studying,
Mm.
but then his whole life is just all online.
Yeah.
And he goes he's been traveling around the world and everything. He's done bits and pieces and whatnot.
Mm.
But that's his life. And where I'm like I can't sit
Yeah.
and be engaged in the game enough. But that's the realm that generation is up to.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you and I, like, we can sit here all day and talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is normal to us.
Yeah, I feel like I was probably on the cusp of it. It's like I'm 30 now, and you know I remember being 14, 15, and smartphones starting to come in, but like I didn't have one, and also people that did have one, you didn't have internet all the time. You know, 3G and 4G wasn't as prevalent, so it's like
We had dial-up when I was.
even if someone did have an iPhone, they didn't always have access to the internet, and it was like. I very much remember going to a friend's house and like going on the computer and going to the internet, but that was you were going there, but that was it.
No, the internet would be all the time.
Yeah, whereas now it's just non-stop internet, like, and it's I'm very thankful that I didn't grow up like that. I'm very thankful that my upbringing was, you know, outside and playing football and you know setting fire to shit and being general being a dickhead.
Yeah, that's you need.
And it's like, you know, I've got a younger sister and she's 16, and it's like you see it massively. Like
they just engage, like
it's just non-stop on your phone, and it's like it's scary. I think I can't imagine growing up like that, and I know they don't know any different. But to me, it's like I see it, and it's like you should be out getting pissed on a bench somewhere, or fucking
starting fires,
and like I don't know, just go out and cause some problems. Like
and start like doing fireworks and just being a bit mischievous, like
being a bit of a menace.
Yeah, because you like our generation, like it was punishment for us to stay inside.
Yeah.
That was the punishment.
Yeah.
And now the roles are reversed.
Yeah.
Where they're like, you're inside, you're punished. That's taken away from you. You got to go outside.
Yeah, if you said to my little sister, "Oh, you got to stay in the room for a week," she'd go, oh, "Fucking brilliant."
Where's the punishment?
Yeah, you put me in my room for a week. I'm climbing up walls, like just can't do it.
No, I'd be jumping out the window, like breaking, like. That's why I wouldn't be very good in prison. I'd be quite an outdoors person.
Yeah. It's not going to work for me, actually.
Can we do this outside?
Yeah, no way we can move this outside.
This is the punishment. But yeah, that's because it's very interesting now. Because my brother, when he came here for my wedding, he was like, "Oh, should we go sit inside?" I'm like, "What the fuck for?"
Yeah, why would we?
It's summer, mate.
Yeah.
You know, like what 3 weeks ago or a month ago, we had like nearly 30 degrees here, didn't we?
Yeah.
So I was like, let's go outside.
Yeah, so why the fuck are we sitting inside?
And he's pale as a fucking ghost, man.
It's terrible, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, especially in England. How long have you been here now?
Probably about 12 years.
Yeah. So you know when you're coming out of that winter and you haven't seen sunlight for months, and the sun comes out, and you're like, and then you're just outside the entire time, because it's just like, this is going to be gone soon. Like at the moment I'm fucking outside as much as I can, because I'm like, in like a month or so it's all going to be gone.
Also, we can't guarantee as well what the summer's going to be like, because you know the last few summer it was just monsoon rain, and then we had no summer, and then next one just switched, and they're like, oh, it's October. And you're looking outside like, it's still raining.
You're like, is that it?
Yeah.
Like, that's my summer. And like, it's like, I don't know if that's just a personal thing or an English thing or what, but obviously, for me, being a kid and just being outside all the time, it's like, you really do notice it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, I'd say we're very blessed in this country as well, because you got the seasons. They're kind of merging into same old, but, you know, we are in the southwest. If we were further up north, you could definitely feel the changes. But like here, you know, we're coming into September, or we're in September, and it's not quite as cold. Is it? Where up north they had that cold breeze settling in. We're not quite there yet.
The English Riviera down here.
It's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
But we've still got sunny days all the time. Like even in Dorset, like on those winter days, like you said, we haven't seen it for a month. From Christmas time, I guess that grey, It's like it really sits like that grey cloud that really sits on you. Yeah,
Don't remind me.
yeah. Then once those days clear away, like oh, bug and sunshine,
Yeah.
and then you're freezing cold, rugged up.
Yeah.
But you're like oh, sunshine, and then that's when that Easter period comes in, and that Easter period either goes, it's going to be 16 degrees or 26 degrees.
Yeah. Or it'll be cold for like a week and raining, and then you'll get this random 25-degree day out of nowhere, and then it's cold again, and it's like you don't know what the fuck's going on.
And then you got Easter, and then everyone's blowing up because they want Easter.
Yeah.
All lands and that, and you're just like,
Yeah. It's all crazy.
bring me the 25-day back from Easter.
Well, that's something I'm looking forward to. Like, I love summer from a personal point of view, but from a butchery point of view, it's like I much prefer winter butchery. It's like at the moment, it's just kebabs, burgers, barbecue.
Same old to a degree, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's just kebabs. I swear, all I've done for 3 months is just, make kebabs and fucking sell kebabs and make kebabs and sell kebabs. And it's just like, oh.
And pressing burgers and making sausages. And
and I'm really looking forward to, winter butchery is just like, cool, roll a load of joints up, dice a load of beef up. Like it's different, isn't it? It's like, it's a whole different shift in the palate and everything changes as well. And I love the winter time here in the UK. Yeah.
Because you're like, all right, it's going to be freezing cold. It's going to be like 5 degrees. Some days are like super frosty. Yeah. And like, it's just got that little bit of chill about it.
Yeah.
Fucking let's put some beef on there.
Yeah.
Let's get the smoking going, baby.
Yeah. It's like all summer I've obviously been doing the whole counter up for barbecue and everything, but still we've got a lot of old people near us and they'll walk in, it's 30 degrees, and they're like, oh, you got any stewing beef?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, fun.
Yeah.
Why do you want stewing beef?
I just fancied it.
I saw it sound, but like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's what I've got now, man. Honestly, there's a joke between me and the Sheila there, who I work with, Reed. Because you get those people, and they're like, oh, bit of topside. And I was like, bit of roast beef, and all you hear is snow and go, And then one guy said it. I was like, oh, a bit of roast beef. He's like, And that's been the joke ever since.
Yeah, that's just it.
And then you realise, oh shit, I've actually sold like 2 whole topsides this week.
Yeah.
Why are you stinking out the kitchen? Get the fuck outside.
We had a weekend a couple of weeks ago, and it was like sunny as fuck. I geared up fully for barbecue. I always do a token, joint beef just in case.
Yeah.
And I had to roll another one, and then I had to roll another one, and then I had to roll another one. And I was just like, it's fucking 30 degrees. Like, why are you eating a roast? What is going on?
Oh, I just fancied it.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything worse.
No.
On a boiling up day, why the fuck would you want that?
Honestly, it's like a lot of people as well. They're like, oh, I don't like barbecue. And I'm like, what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So you're eating roast beef instead of like just light, easy things that aren't going to stink at your house?
Anything else? But it's interesting with the barbecue as well, because even in my time, 12 odd years, it's changed massively. Like when I first started butchery, it was literally sausages, burgers, maybe a lamb chop. Whereas now,
pork ribs.
Yeah. Whereas now you've got so many people that are doing, the big green eggs and smoking or whatever, and it's like, it's a dream, because you're all through summer, you're selling Thor's hammers and briskets and chucks, and it's just like brilliant. Like back in the day, we never would have sold any of this.
You'd be making burgers out of the brisket and the chuck and everything as well.
Whereas now people are, that influence from the States and that's coming over, and everyone's got a smoker, and everyone wants to, smoke shoulders of pork and briskets and things, and it's brilliant. It's really good. It's
good as well, because you're like, they've got to keep that margin tight.
Yeah.
But then you're like, well, if I'm going to save these, let's say, like 2 briskets off this body, but then what am I going to use? Like, chuck for like the burgers?
Yeah.
I don't have enough trim that I'm going to get off this top side, so I'm going to utilize the top side or the mouse's ears, or do I save the shins, or like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Because then you're just kind of in that, I need to make this product, but I'm going to keep the margins tight.
Yeah.
Where would I make the more money? Through burgers or through just a big lump?
Yeah, and I try and keep full availability. So I've got, in my fridge, I've got it all. I've got spaces on the shelf for each sort of cut and everything.
And short ribs as well.
Short ribs, like just off a whole carcass, it's just not. You get about 4 good ones, and the rest is shit.
Those paper thin kind of ones you just have.
And there's 4 middle ones that are really nice, and then the ones on either end are shit. And someone goes, I'll have 15 short ribs, and it's like, okay. Might have to order them ones in.
Well, you know how, like, even when you get those 4 good ones, do they not realise how fucking thick those boys are?
Yeah, yeah.
So you pull those out, you got 15, you got what?
Yeah.
To 7, 8 kilos.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like,
Really, they wanted a third of one.
Yeah.
You know, 15 of them.
And you don't have a bandsaw where you
We
are.
don't have a bandsaw, no. We are hoping to get one at some point. Just a little, just a little tabletop one, because we do loads of lamb shoulder chops and lamb leg steaks and things like that. One thing we do a lot of as well is the cross-cut short ribs.
Wow. That's a lot of effort.
Yeah. Yes. They're banging, and again, I get the chef guy to do some nice mayonnaise for them and that, and they always sell really well, but it is arduous. You are fucking...
You're just setting yourself up to fucking be pissed off.
Yeah, exactly.
Just pissed off.
Just pissed off. I don't know why I do it to myself.
It's not a dickhead.
Dickhead.
Anyway, back to this.
Yeah.
How many of these short cross ribs?
Yeah, right. Someone goes, yeah, I have 4 kilos of them, and you're like,
Jesus.
I've got 3 singular strips. How about that?
What about if we count these out?
Yeah, just these ones. That'll be enough for you, won't it?
Because that's American, isn't it? The old cross.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, I can see why. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I'd rather just take straight down the middle and just take one of those short ribs.
Yeah.
Smoke it up, and then that's a meal for 2.
Yeah, 100%. One of those big proper ones, like they are massive.
Yeah.
But again, with the steaks, like I was saying earlier about the volume game, it's like you'll get these butcheries in the States that do 4 cows a day or whatever it is, but that's because it's all just bandsawed up, it's all just whizzed straight through the saw, and that's fine.
Your labour's cut in half.
Yeah.
Because I've worked with bandsaws and hand saws.
Yeah.
And bandsaw is just so efficient and effective and everything, but there is something more satisfying about, like, I'll just rip that motherfucker apart with my bare hands.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when I like to cut ossobuco, and again, I don't know why I like to cut it, but it's like I'm breaking down a 4/4, get the shin, and it's like I like to cut nice ossobucos off it, but you do 2 of them, 3 of them, and you're just like,
Change blade.
yeah, you're like, you get through the first couple without stopping, and then the bone gets thicker as it goes up as well. You're running out of steam. You get to the last one, and you're like, you get like halfway through, burning up here.
Like there,
Stop and leave the saw in it. It's sweating. You're like, again, why am I doing this?
I love it. It's part of the
Doing it for the people.
no thank you or anything.
No, nothing. I mean, sometimes they don't buy it, and I'm just like,
that's also the other thing as well.
yeah.
I used to just leave them whole.
Yeah.
And people are like, do also buco, and I was like, yeah, I can get you off the thin end.
Yeah, nice.
I'll do it that way, but then the rest I'll just bone out and put in like a boneless chin or whatever. Because I ain't fucking dicking with that.
No.
Because that goes like to a point.
Yeah. I will only do it off the front shin, and if it's still attached to the 4/4, so I'll pop the joint and then I'll cut them. If it's been taken off, it's like I'm not pissed off.
Yeah, because you're trying to.
Yeah, it's sliding all over the place, and eventually you just go, fuck this. I'm not even worth doing. So it's like, I'll do it then, or not at all.
Yeah, exactly right. Look, if you need it, we don't go.
You should have said that earlier. Sorry, mate.
So in terms of being now where you are, because I know you've got like a pet store as well there.
There is a pet store there. It's not us. It's a separate one.
Yeah, and then you got a garden and all that.
Yeah.
And then you got ice cream. Now let's talk about Calamini's ice cream.
Oh yeah.
I don't see anything, and he claims to be a really good ice cream maker.
He does claim to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's up to personal taste, but
He's going to listen.
yeah. No, so he makes the pies for us, and he also does the ice cream. So he splits his week.
Yeah.
And the ice cream is kicking off big time.
Yeah.
For me, it's a worry, because I go, right, how many summers have I got left before I lose it entirely? Because he's going to be full on ice cream,
Yeah.
He does. They sell pots out of the shop, and then they've got a little scoop shop that's open mostly in the summer holidays, but some weekends as well.
Yeah.
And they go through an obscene amount. Like he had a week off a couple of weeks ago, and he came back, and it was just like, he had the manager of the takeaway, like, nothing. He had the manager of the shop, we got nothing, and he's just like, fucking hell. And they get all the milk from Allen Valley Farm, which is pretty much directly opposite us.
Yeah, exactly.
So all of the milk comes from there. And he does all your kind of normal flavours, but he does do some really, really cool ones. He did like a yogurt and fig one recently, which was beautiful.
Wow.
And so he's always got a bit of a different rotation on. You know, you go in the scoop shop and it's like, you'll have your core 4 or whatever, and then you'll have like, you know, one of the most popular ones he does is the Trehane blueberry. I don't actually know how to say it. They got Brothers Farm over in Ferndale, it's a blueberry farm, and they specialise in this variety. And they send him down a load of it, and he turns it all into ice cream, and it's obscene. It's really, really good.
That must be eating ice cream and beef all day, baby.
Oh, it's honestly, like, I'm trying to lose a bit of weight at the moment, and it's just like non-stop. It's just like, oh, try this ice cream, have this ice cream, have this.
It's a type of ice cream.
It's like, oh, I can't keep eating this. Like, every Saturday is the last day of my week, and I always treat myself to a scoop on a Saturday, but
That's nice.
I try and keep it down otherwise. But you know, it's like you mix a new flavours. It's like
you need to try it.
Yeah, you're in there butchering, and this pot of ice cream just appears under your face. It's like, oh, and you're like, yeah, I really want it. I really do want that ice cream, but like, I shouldn't, because otherwise you just end up eating it all the time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
which is a dream.
And the pies.
yeah, you got a whole deli camp there full of sausage rolls and pasties and pies. And then you got the ice cream coming at you from the other side. It's a fucking nightmare.
It's a bad situation to be.
Like 3 of us in there, they're all trying to lose weight. You need like there's blinders on when you come in. I don't want to see anything. If you've made a new ice cream cow, keep it out of my face.
Yeah.
Don't, because I will eat it.
Yeah.
When he's just made it and it comes straight out of the machine, it's like it's almost like whippy consistency. And
that's the best kind of level.
It's so good. Again, like he's like, yeah, just made it. It's fresh out of the machine. And you're just like, oh,
I'm never going to be proper.
Yeah, and you're like, just keep it away from me.
Is he tried to experiment with like making like the beef marrow ice cream before?
No, not as far as I know. No. Yeah.
There we go.
Then.
Because once you get the bandsaw, you're going to have all those marrow bones and all the other bits transfer and make. Because I think it was in America, probably.
Yeah.
Or Canada, actually.
Yeah.
And they made, they're strictly just carnival, like ice cream shop, and they use like dairy and that, but then they made like this pure carnival bone marrow like ice cream.
That's cool.
And I was like, that's pretty fucking cool.
That is really cool. But again, that's a trouble that we have because of the area we're in. It's like, if you were in London or something, I'm sure that would go down really well. But like where we are, it probably won't. You know, got a lot of older people coming in that will just go, whoa.
But then you just rotate it out. Be like, you run out of that flavour bowl, you got a beef marrow version of it. Don't start telling anyone.
Yeah.
Because again, it's going to be much different.
Yeah.
Because I know you'll get like that bit of that beefy film over you.
Yeah.
Beefy fat, but like even then, most of the people are like, oh, this is delicious.
Yeah. Yeah. Worth a shout.
Well, if not, I'll come in and do a content day with him.
Yeah. We've got our chef guy is going to start making beef fat brownies and things like that, just as your little, your little sweet treats from the butchery,
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's like with the beef fat, you can just, sub it in instead of butter for like anything you want, really. Yeah. And again, I know a lot of people will just go and like, but it's like.
It did, but that's what they did. That's what they did. Like not that long ago. Like what, 50? Like our grandma's age, and like whatever. They didn't have butter because they weren't producing it at the time, but they were inundated with beef fat because of the wars and all this and that, and like it followed up, and that's when like all these seed oils and all this to make a cheaper alternative, but it ended up being less effective on the human body.
And that's the thing. It's like we've got to that point now where using beef fat is like weird, and it's like why
is the stigma around it?
It's like why is it weird? And again, as I said earlier, I'm not a nutritionist or anything, but you get these people going, oh, I don't want to cook in beef fat because it's fat, and it's like that you'd rather cook with like a really highly processed seed oil. Like why is that perceived as better for you than just a natural beef fat? It's come off an animal, we've rendered it down. It's brilliant cooking fat. It tastes amazing, and again, in my mind, I would rather eat that than some fucking bottle of highly processed seed oil. It's like why.
They've done a really, really good job of brainwashing, haven't they?
Yeah.
They've done a really
good job. Why has that become the norm? Like, how have we got to this point? It's scary, actually.
Yeah, and what they know the benefits of like all beef fat and animal products, and like you said as well, like back in the day it was like lean boxes, and now it's like lean gym boxes and blah blah blah. But it's just like, why are you doing that to yourself?
Yeah.
Like, unless you're like a heavy competitor and everything for like whatever, but you need to look at yourself and go, how much processed foods am I eating? What am I ingesting? Am I eating breads and whatever else? But the animal fat is what helps burn more calories.
And you know, obviously, from a palate side of things and a health side, I guess there is a limit. You know, you don't want a pork chop that's this much meat and this much fat, but you know, as a general rule, fattier is going to be better. It's like you know, there's a lot of vitamins in that in animal fat, and obviously it tastes fucking good. Like,
also, I've done that before with the mangalitsa where I had like an eye like this.
Yeah.
And there was like that much fat. I was like, no fucking eat this. I ate it. I ate it. But I was a bit like, oh man.
Yeah, like there's a line, isn't there?
Yeah.
Like, we don't want an obscene amount of fat.
Yeah.
But you see, like, you know, nice lean one, and it's this fucking, you know, you get this horrible. It's particularly in pork, and you see these like big fucking loin steaks, and you know, the loin is massive for starters, which is like, that's not right. And there's no fat at all on it, and it's just like,
it's very questionable.
Yeah,
and it's
like
like
it's shit to work with.
Yeah,
it's shit to eat, it's shit to work.
Trying to cut it into a slop.
Yeah, it's fucking flopping around.
Their skin's all rubbery, man.
It's shitty to work with. It's shitty to eat, and it's like, I just don't understand why that's become. You know, imagine cooking a whole big leg of pork like that. It must be fucking horrible.
Okay, but there's no flavour to it unless you're like. And then how's it like basting itself?
Yeah.
Because you need that fat to render out and slowly go over it to keep it moist.
Yeah.
Like, unless you cover it. But then like half the time, if you're going to, let's say, one of the elderly people and they want that kind of pork, and they go, oh, come over, Harry, we'll feed you. You're not going to go there.
It's just like, no thank you. Like,
that's going to be dry as fuck.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to balance out is probably the thick-ass Bisco gravy.
We smothering it in gravy just so I can actually eat it. Like, and even with like chicken, you know, I eat chicken skin. Every bit of chicken I eat is always skin on, and it's like, you really notice the difference. Like, you cook a chicken breast without the skin, and it is so easy for it to be like dry and horrible. And even just with the skin on it, it's like
it elevates.
You really notice the difference.
It elevates it as well as it protects as well. Like it's not being harshed. Like, it's not being hit harshly with like this heat. It's got like a surface area where it's like, right, that's taking it, and then this is where it's going to slowly go through the chicken and, you know, not dry it out. But then it depends what kind of chicken you're getting as well.
So we do obviously standard skinless breasts, which are definitely the most popular, but we also do a supreme where it's got a little wing bone on and the skin left on it. And in my opinion, it is such a far superior product. And we're building up because obviously we do so many whole chickens, we're like, let's do different bits out of it. We are building up a bit of a following for the Supremes, and it's like, you get these people that wouldn't have had them before because it's just that they're just like, oh, skin, no, can't have it. And you put them onto it and you get them to have it, and they come back and go, fucking hell, that was so much better. And it's, you know, if you decide you're not going to eat the skin after you cook it, fine, but like, at least
you're missing out on like 70% of your flavour there.
Yeah, like the skin is the best bit, and it's like, at least cook it with the skin on. The
easiest way I found when doing Supremes many years ago was just putting garlic butter in them.
Yeah.
Just do an incision as deep as I can, garlic butter, and just leave it as it is. And just go, look, these are the garlic butter Supremes, and then you can slowly convert them over. Or if you do sell out, be like, look, I got the garlic butter, all you have to do is just do it yourself. Or they go, no, you don't want it, I'll just cook it as it is. And that's when you start getting that cult following on. That's what I found.
Yeah, and stuff like that I think is really nice to see, you know, when you get these people that you've kind of actively changed, you know, and it's like, obviously at the end of the day, you're here to buy what you want to buy, but, you know, we're the professionals, we're the experts, we're the ones that, you know, hopefully know a bit more. So it's like, so it's always good when someone actively kind of goes, right, like, what are you saying about this? And you go, right, well, how about this? How about that? And they just go, yes, I will do that. And then they come back and they go, fucking hell. And it's like, in my mind, that's what the small local butchery is about. Like, you go to Tesco, you're not getting that. You're just picking stuff up off the shelf. It's up to you to know what you're looking for. Whereas you come to a place again that's doing whole carcass. We've got any cut you can imagine. We've got cuts you won't have seen before, you won't have heard of before, and it's like having the confidence to trust us, you know, because it is, you know, people are spending money, and if they're cooking for a big group of people and you've suggested them this thing they've never heard of and it's 60 quid, they're going to be a bit like.
But then you sum that up and you go per person, like per head, and then you go, right, if you take that 60 quid for 8 people, go down to, besides the Wetherspoons, go down to any other place.
That is what we always do. You know, someone will have, you know, a rolled sirloin or something, and it's for 4 people and it's 40 quid, and you go, well, it's £10 a head, like, you know, which for proper dry aged local nice sirloin is fucking good price. Like,
exactly.
And okay, in a restaurant, obviously they're cooking it and all of that, but like, you know, you're getting a fucking nice bit of meat here for £10 a person.
It's proper gear.
Yeah, £10 a person, like.
Yeah,
it's not really that bad, is it?
And also, if you think about it as well, is the bottle of wine depends how cheap you are. But if you're going for red, I think the most cheapest one I've ever seen is probably like what, £7.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah.
But then you're buying like 4 bottles of that because everyone's going to be getting on it because it's Sunday roast.
Yeah.
It's 30-degree weather. But then you put that up against how much fruit, how much vegetables you need. That's probably like 30 quid, 25 quid.
Yeah.
And then you're adding more on top of that. You spend more on things that aren't beneficial for you.
Yeah.
Than this lump of meat.
Yeah. And I get people all the time that they obviously feel guilty that they can't shop with us all the time. And it's like, I don't care, man. If you can't afford to shop here, that's cool. I get that. Like, I probably couldn't afford to shop there every day. Like, it's one of those things. We try and keep our prices as good as we can, but you know the industry, you know the margins. It's like not everyone can afford to shop there every day, and like that's cool. If you have to buy your meat from Tesco, you crack on. But like you get these people and they come in and it's a one-off or it's a treat, and they feel they're like, oh, you know, blah, blah. And it's like it's cool. Come to us for a treat and come and enjoy it, and don't think that I'm going to be like pissed off with you because you only came in once, you never came back again. That's cool. If that's all it can be for you, that's cool. Like you know, I'm not going to be like, you need to fucking come here every day. Like, but it is like you can't. A lot of people can't afford it, and that's fair enough. You know, but it's trying to make it as affordable as possible, and also offering things that you know people can afford, like little value added things that are chuck it in the oven and it's cheap and whatever, because you know you get a lot of butcheries that really specialize in like really fancy stuff, and that's all good and well, but like you're alienating 99% of the population. It's like, you know, you see these butcheries and it's, you know, everything's fucking £100 a kilo or whatever it is, and it's just like there's obviously a place for that, but
there is a place for it, and I think people in London.
Yeah, I don't want to be that place.
I don't want. And it'd be a shame to see you guys go down that route where fillet is going to be £100 a kilo, and the rump's going to be 50.
Yeah.
You know, hopefully we don't get to that stage, and hopefully we can keep sustainability within British farming. But how have you found with doing VAP and like ready-made meals and all that? Have you found, like you said, doing those products and offering a different range, saying, look, I know you can't afford, you know, like a bit of fillet and all this and that. Let's just say, like, but we do have these ready meals. Like, how have you found those going?
Yes, we don't do ready meals per se, but we do stuff that's oven ready. And that is a massive part of what we do, because one, it's, you know, it's colourful and it looks nice in the counter. But also, as I say, it's like, if you're obviously if you're not on a, you know, if you can't afford it, but also it's like, it's Tuesday night. I'm not buying a fucking Cote de Boeuf or a tomahawk, and it's Tuesday night.
You don't want a curry.
Yeah, it's midweek. I just want something like, and that stuff should be available, you know, stuff like little chicken schnitzels, or we do like the chicken parcels, they're poppiettes and things. And anything like that that's just, you can just chuck it in the oven, because it's like, if you're only selling joints and steaks, it's like, well, people will buy all that at the weekend, but on a fucking midweek night, who's, you know, not everyone's going to go, cool, I'll go buy a fucking tomahawk. Like, it's just not, it's not a thing, is it? Like,
well, it depends if you get the next day off. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It depends, but like, how many people Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, are going to go, oh yeah, I'm going to smash out a cook.
Yeah. Like most people are going to go, I just want something I can just fucking chuck in the oven.
Yeah, right.
There's not shit food. Like, I get it all the time. I can't be asked to cook, but I don't want to eat shit food. I don't want to, you can buy plenty of that at Tesco that's oven ready and it is all shit. And it's like, so for us, being able to offer something that's like, this is good quality stuff, it's real meat, it's real stuff.
It's taken care of.
Yeah.
This is like the guideline. And you're not going to like waste it, unless you fall asleep and cook it or whatever.
Yeah. And it's like chicken schnitzels or whatever that you can just chuck in the air fryer, chuck in the oven, and it's like, I think that stuff is really important.
Yeah, I think it's the new. It's good. VAP has always been around, but to the level now that you can now put it onto a sticker instead of someone coming in and writing it down because you're going to write them out. It's becoming more like important because you've got the air fryers, you've got these efficient barbecues and all that and that. But with you got 2 kids, your wife's finishing late and everything. What can I get?
Yeah,
get those schnitties in, or get some bread rolls.
Yeah,
and we'll do schnitty gravy sandwiches or something.
Done.
And that's it, done. But the only thing bad is the bread roll.
Yeah, and it's proper chicken or pork or whatever it is. Like it's proper stuff. It's been breadcrumbed by us in house. It's it's as good as it can be.
Yeah,
sort of thing. And it's like I think there is a real market for that. A lot of people really do care about that. Like a lot of there's a lot going around at the moment about what's in our food and whatever. And it's like a lot of people don't want to eat shit food.
Yeah,
you want something that's convenient and easy, but not. Shit for you.
It was last month. A woman come in and she was like, "Oh look, I'm just going to be really honest. I'm doing some shopping," and I was like, "Yep, no problem." She wanted to compare us to like M&S and like Waitrose now.
Yeah.
She thought, those two being the highest. She goes, "Right, how much is a pound of mince?" And I was like, "Right, waiter off a pound of mince." And I was like, "That's just over £6.20." She's like, "How much?"
Yeah.
And when someone goes like that, you're just like, "Oh."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Waitrose, M&S and Waitrose with like £9 for a pound." And then she goes,
£9 for a pound?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and then she goes, "You're cheaper than Sainsbury's." And Sainsbury's was 500 grams and that was £7.50.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and I was like,
because this is something massive that we noticed. So because of in the supermarkets, it's all pre-packed and pre-priced. They see like we get it the most with our chicken breasts. So people will go, "I can get 2 chicken breasts in Tesco and it's £4," and it's like, but they're tiny little breasts. But all they see is 2 chicken breasts, whereas ours are normally quite a bit bigger. And if you look at the kilo price, like I was in the shop the other day and they had a Tesco's Finest. And it was like $24.99 a kilo or something. Ours is $14.99, and it's like, but they don't see that. They don't notice the kilo price. Obviously, in the counter, it's all kilo,
and it's got a set price, of like that's £4.
Yeah. So people see sirloin and they go, "Fucking hell, 40 quid," and it's like, well, yeah, 4 a kilo of it, but they don't equate. Okay, so how much is an 8-ounce steak or whatever?
12 quid.
Yeah, but because in Tesco it's all pre-marked, and that's it's a psychological thing, and it does work a lot. If I put a few joints of topside in the counter and I put £21 a kilo, or I can put prices in each one. This joint is this joint's that, and all of a sudden everyone's like, yep. Yeah, it's like if you don't work with weights and things all the time, you don't. Me and you, we know what a kilo looks like. We know what we're looking at. But then they're like, what's a kilo? Like, how am I going to give you 40 quid and get steak? Yeah, and then they don't know what,
Yes. I think it's important as well, but it's also untraining those people again to come back and put trust back into us, because they did a fantastic job, haven't they, in your supermarket, especially with the British.
Yeah.
You guys are just so in a regime of just like, right, chicken breast, pork belly, this and that, and just not looking at how much per kilo is.
Yeah.
And then going back and you're like, "Oh, my pork belly's only like this."
Yeah.
Where, how much are you selling your pork at? Like pork belly, £12.99?
Yeah, £12-13.
Yeah, like the raw.
Yeah.
But then they're probably selling it at like 18, where it's half the weight.
Yeah.
And you're like,
yeah,
it doesn't hit me.
And I think a lot of people now are so much less knowledgeable about meat in general as well. Like, back in the day, I'm sure a lot of people knew a lot more about it. Whereas
they communicated.
Yeah.
They communicated.
You've got these people that are going, I want to swap from supermarket stuff. I want to come to the butchery. And they come in and they're just like, I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. I don't know, you know, 'cause we don't always label it as, you know, frying steak or braising steak. We'll put what the actual cut is, and they're just like, so it's trying to kind of make it.
What my mum used to cook. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and again, there's this whole, you know, my recipe says I need this exact cut. And you go, oh, well, I haven't got that exact cut, but I've got this that will, and they're just like, nope, yeah, my recipe says this, and it's like, fair, but I can guarantee you that you can just use this other cut.
Yeah.
But as we said earlier, it's like when they don't know, and they're forking over however much money, you know, they want to follow their recipe, and it's like, and again, you've got, back in the day as well, and I'm sure now as well still, you got a lot of fucking horrible butchers that just, they'll say anything to get the sale. Yeah. They'll just, is this going to get out? Yeah. Is this going to be tender? Yeah, whatever, like, just to get the sale. Yeah. And so, you know, a lot of people probably don't trust us.
Yeah, there's a bit of, we've been let down by our own kind, but that was the generation.
Yeah.
Then, you know, there is a massive shift now with the big butcher family throughout the world.
Yeah.
Everything's changing. Yeah. And it's brilliant and it's for the positive. But I'm hoping not too late with all this farming and all these negative things and like the bovine jabs and everything that they're trying to implement and all this. I hope we're not too late, you know? Yeah, because I've worked at butcheries in the past, and it's just like literally anything to get the sale, and it's just like, oh, if we're out topside, just chuck some fat on anything and call it topside. And I had one guy that said it used to sell shin with fat on it for topside, and it's just like, you arsehole, like, what? Someone's going to take that home and cook it, and it's going to be the worst joint. You said to cook it for an hour and a half.
Yeah, you've just gone, yeah, that's topside, yeah, whatever, and it's just like...
See, it's funny, Dad, because I thought about it earlier when we were talking about fat. We're happy to take the topside off, trim around, take your vein out and whatever else, and then layer it in with more fat. Everyone's absolutely fine with adding more fat to a product like that, but as soon as they see anything on a pork chop that's more than a finger width, it's like, what? Yeah, it's like, no, absolutely no go. It's just like, where's the standard on that then? Yeah, is beef and pork completely different on health wise? Maybe. I guess people just view pork as like bad. Yeah, bad for you pork. It's like it must be, because when I worked in France, they've got it figured out there, and so they use the pork bard, the big strips of the back fat. Yeah. And they wrap fillet in it, and it's like, it's standard practice. Like everyone expects it to be like that. So they wrap this big bit of fat around it, tie it all up, and then they're still selling it for €65 a kilo or whatever, so they're getting all that fat weight on it. Yeah. And it's like, people are expecting it. You can't, if you put a fillet out without the fat, they'll be like, not touching it. They're like, you know, and it's just, it probably is the same with the beef here. It's like, people expect to see it. It's standard, so therefore they don't question it, maybe. That's... I don't know. Yeah. And it's the obvious thing. Yeah. Like, or even like with the sirloin as well. If you got like a good thumb thickness, most people are like, nah, it's too much fat. Yeah. It's too much. You know? Yeah. It's like, hang on, we just bought a kilo of topside, and that's double laid with cod fat. Yeah, we've added fat to it. And then there's fat on the inside there as well. Then I've added more fat. Yeah. Like, and it's like, it's tough as well, because I trim all my steaks to order, because I just find that when you try and trim the fat off a whole piece, it's inconsistent, and it's, you know, for me, I'm like, I'll cut the steaks and I'll trim the fat. And obviously a lot of them don't know that, so they look at the sirloin and go, fucking hell, it's so fat. It's like, I am going to trim some of it off when I cut it. But a lot of people, that's enough to just, they see it and they're just like, £40 a kilo for what? Just fat? Like, no, you tell me where and I'll trim it down. Yeah, and then trim it, and then each steak is trimmed to order. It's, you know, in my mind, it's a better, I think it is. Better product. You know? I used to do it all the time as well. Like, even if I didn't, like, if I knew, oh, that's too much fat, I would still just do it. Well, some days when I didn't have any fat, I'm like, what's the fucking point of having a bit of sirloin where it's only like a thumbnail? Yeah. Yeah. And another thing with that is, so many people are accustomed to like big faces on meat. Yeah. It's something that we get all the time. Like we'll have a ribeye in the counter that's like stunning, perfect ribeye, but it's a smaller one. And they're like, oh, you got a bit of something ribeye. But they're just so used to seeing these like big supermarket ones, and it's because they're pressed down as well. It's like a fucking banging bit of ribeye, and they're just like, take 2 fingers width of that. If you're not basting, you're wasting. Yeah. Get it done. Get it done. Yeah, and they're like, oh, I wanted a nice, and you're like, well, I'll cut you a thick steak, but I wanted What's that mean?
What does that mean? What, and why does it matter?
Yeah.
Why is, like, this is a lovely bit of meat, so why does it matter if the face is really big? No, if the face is massive and they go, oh, I want an 8-ounce steak, it's like
Paper thin.
yeah, sometimes even a 10 or 12 ounce can be paper thin, and you're just like, well, why? That's shit.
It almost comes under like the Wagyu.
Yeah,
Yeah, because the Wagyu is obviously like double the size of like any ribeye or sirloin and whatnot. Oh yeah, I'll take 8 ounces of that, and you just literally you just put it through the hand slicer.
Yeah.
You
That's
just
it. Wafer thin.
yeah, and that's 8 ounces, and that's 100 pounds right there. You're like, oh,
It's insane, isn't it?
yeah.
And it's like I personally like. I don't really care about Wagyu. Like I'm sure it's delicious, but like I'm not really that fussed on it. And again, it's a London, it's not an everyday beef, is it? And it's like if I were to buy some in, it's like yeah, I can buy a lump of sirloin for 150 quid.
You can buy a wholesale one for 150 quid.
Yeah, and it's like I'd have to pre-sell all of it. I'd have to go right. I'm getting some. This is the sitch, and then as you say, I got to put it through the slicer. So I've got to make sure they're all perfectly cut because an ounce extra can be an extra 20 quid or whatever it is. So
Exactly.
if I say, right, you're all having 8-ounce steaks and they're going to be X amount of money, I've got to...
You got to utilise it as much as possible. And then you also got to pre-sell it.
Yeah, exactly. And
just
like,
guaranteed to bring it in.
Yeah, so say I cut one that's too big or something and then I'm like, what do? I already told this guy it's 100 quid, so do I tell him it's now more? Or do I just have to take the hit?
Or do you take a sliver off?
Yeah.
And then what are you doing with this?
What am I doing with that?
What are you doing with that?
Probably losing more if I chuck that in mince or whatever, so perhaps it's just for me. I don't know.
Who knows?
In which case, that could be a good idea.
I cut the product.
Yeah, I cut them all too big. Oh, fucking hell.
Now I've just got this Wagyu burger.
Yeah, that's just a load of it from me.
Oh, rude, man. How have you found sales at the moment now? Like, are you finding that people are doing like weekly shops or every other day shops or once?
Yeah, we seem to have a bit of a split. So we very much have our Saturday crowd come in on a Saturday, and they're all Saturday's the money day, and it's like everyone's coming in and they're buying big bits of steak and they're buying their whole week's shop and whatever. So Saturday is obviously a big day for that sort of stuff, but we do get a lot of people that live nearby that just pop in every day, every other day, or just have a pound of mince, or just have a chicken breast, whatever. Which is great because, it ticks over enough during the week, but like the real day is Saturday, so obviously we're prepping for that day. So where we're not as busy in the week, it's like, cool, we've got time, because as I say, we've got 200 chicken wings flown out, we've got fucking a body of beef to do, we've got all this shit to do, so it works out perfectly for us, really. It's like we're getting enough trade, but we've also got time to do the shit we want to do, because for me it's always Friday afternoon. I always make sure the counter is like rammed out ready for a Saturday, and it's important to me that the counter is bitching. It's like we got to make sure that there is like
it's vibrant, it's got layers,
there's everything you can imagine in there. It's not just like I like the kind of newer way of displaying meat where it's a bit more like not a jumble sale, but it's a bit more it's not just
pixel.
Yeah, it's not just trays of like, same way facing lamb chops and whatever. It's like, it's a bit more, and it's like, I like that a lot. And it's like, again, trying to get the most out of the carcasses. So it's like, if we take the Barnsley section off a lamb, it's like, okay, we'll keep 2 of them, and on the 3rd one, we'll bone roll it, or we'll
turn it into a nice den or whatever.
Yeah, we'll do single chops or whatever. And it's like, obviously we haven't just got unlimited. It's like I'll do out all the racks of lamb, and I like to put them all out at once. So I like
even do a crisscross or lay them down.
I like it that way. Yeah. I like it when you've got like 8 of them, just like straight down. Yeah, because it's like if you just put 1 out, it's like, and as well volume sales, isn't it? It's like if I put out chicken parcels or whatever, if I put 1 out, no one will touch it. But you need to
make the category of it. That's the thing.
Yeah,
you'd like not stack it high and sell it. But it's like make an example of it and garnish it. Have like a vibrant scheme running with it.
I put out 30 of them. You'll fucking sell a lot.
2 for £6 or whatever.
But you put 1 out and no one will ever touch it. So it's like for me, it's like Friday afternoon. Make sure that Saturday counter is ready to rock, and because we do get people turning up as soon as we open sometimes.
So you
don't want you don't want people coming in and seeing the counter like not, you know, looking a bit shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's got to be round, and it's got to be fresh, and it's got to be, you know,
vibrant.
Yeah, and there's got to be different bits in there. There's got to be not just like sirloin. There's got to be plenty of different options in there, and all these cool little bits. And if we've had our beef back that week, we'll have the offal available. So there'll be some cheeks in the counter, and there'll be you know, some rams, oxtails, or whatever. And it's like, again, I want people to be able, if they're coming to us and we're putting all this effort into doing whole animal, then that stuff might as well be available for them to buy. Like, if you're just going to sell sirloin and topside, then it's just like, what's the point?
Yeah, what's the point? Yeah, make the margin and whatnot, but what are you going to do with the rest of the gear that's in the fridge?
And I'll, you know, I put stuff out as well that I know is not going to sell. Like, I'll put out, when I do my pork cheeks, I leave the plum muscle on the jowl, and I just skin it, and I put them out, and I know they're probably not going to sell, but it's just showing people that this is a thing, and this is something you can get from us. And, you know, like the Thor's hammers, like, we don't sell many of them. They're a decorative piece, but they look cool in the counter.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's what's different about coming to a butchery rather than the Tesco. Like, you're going to come in and, okay, it's probably not going to sell, but like...
So I can put it right here in the middle, put some ribeyes around, put some kale just there, and then run that around. And then next week...
If no one buys it, I'll chuck it in trim. It's not a problem.
Yeah, exactly. Or you can bone it down and just do slices of shin.
Yeah. And it's like, sometimes people do buy it. So, you know, sometimes I stick one of them in there and someone goes, fuck it, I love that. Yeah, it's just like, cool. Like,
all in one bag.
It's like, there you go, it's gone. And it's like, again, that's the cool thing about having this system where you know you can use up things. It's like these pig cheeks. It's like, well, I'm going to bone out the pig's heads and put them in trim anyway. So I'll just stick them in the counter for a few days, and if they don't sell, well, they're going in trim anyway. So it's not, you know...
Can't utilise it as much as possible.
Yeah. And it's like we can just put all this cool shit out and make the counter this big, you know... And it might not be a now sale, but it might be a future sale. Someone might go,
I saw that last week.
You know, maybe I'm going to go home and look at a recipe and, you know, work out something to do with that another time. So...
Yeah. So you found just the bits and pieces here and there then, and then people, you got your Saturday crowd. Always found Sundays when I was open 7 days, Sundays were fucking bigger.
Yeah.
Like, those are wild days.
Our Sundays aren't bigger, but they are fairly sizable, which is handy because it's like Saturday will be more of like steaks and whatever, and then Sunday's obviously your joint day. So it's like,
lastminute.com.
What is I was round out the counter with like all the nice steaks and primes and whatever on Saturday. And then Saturday afternoon, it's like, right, all of that's gone now. And now I'm around the counter out with joints. And, you stick like 6 fucking lamb legs in the counter and you just pile them up. And, and on Sunday, people just come in and they just fucking cherry pick them all. It's like...
cut that leg in half and I'll take the whole thing.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. And there's just shoulders as well. Shoulders always seem to be the hardest, but because you cut 4/4 chops, shoulder chops, and I do it at the shop now, because we couldn't get rid of lamb unless I was boning it out, kebabbing the whole bitch. Yeah. I was like, no, I don't want to do this. So I don't want to do this. And also, like, because the bamboo skewers as well, so they're like sometimes splinter off and I just need to constantly rip them out. I'm not doing that. I was like, well, if we can get the same amount of money, I'll just cut chops out of this and then put the rest into trim, which is like the little foreshank, whatever. No one ever touches a foreshank, which is fucking great. They're the best flavour of like lamb shank.
No one ever buys that.
It's lovely.
Yeah, they don't look as good. They're not as meaty. It's like people are just like, no.
Yeah, no, thank you. Let's put that in trim. That's for burgers, sausages, whatever.
Yeah.
So I found that for half the battle.
Yeah.
We do.
We started doing shoulder chops this year. Yeah. And they just, because again, I was like, we've got all these fucking lamb shoulders. I don't like lamb trim is the hardest thing for us to get rid of. There's only so many koftas and things that people will buy. Yeah. No one buys lamb sausages, so we just don't bother. Yeah, we've done merguez, we've done minty, we've done garlic, fucking all sorts. And
have you done like a Greek one with like black olives, spinach, and feta?
No, we haven't done a Greek one, no. But we just find that every time we make them, nobody touches them, so we just like...
Even like the merguez, when you did like the little wheels and then you put them on a skewer?
Sell a couple of them, but same with beef sausages for us, no one fucking touches them.
Yeah, it's not a British thing.
Yeah, so it's just like, with lamb, it's like, I don't want too much trim, because it's like, we'll make koftas, we'll make burgers, and we'll tick through them, but it's the hardest thing for us to shift, so... If I can just cut shoulder chops, chuck them in mint or whatever, and we sell fucking hundreds of them, we get to a point sometimes where it's like, oh, we've actually sold all the shoulder before
The leg.
before anything else, and you're like, perfect.
It's just funny just putting it into a different perspective as well. But people are like, oh, that was brilliant, and you can grill them on the barbecue, you can slow cook them if you wanted. You could really make a lot out of that lamb shoulder, but just putting it into a different perspective saves you a bit of time. Other than lamb neck sells all the time. People want lamb neck by the half dozen.
So we bogle ours out for neck fillets. I do the neck fillets. We don't do the scrag as much.
No.
We do in the winter, but in the summer, I do it all up for neck fillets. And we sell hundreds of them.
Yeah, you can. That's the trouble. It's just like, but you got lamb noisettes, and you got all these Barnsley chops and everything. But then you do a 4-quarter chop, everyone fucking loses their mind. They're like, this is incredible. So there you go. I'll keep doing that. Keep the fillet for yourself, because you're selling them at like £22 a kilo or something silly. But you have to, because it's their time and labour that you got to spend.
Yeah, lamb is expensive.
What do you pay for lamb?
We're paying £8.50, I think.
It's not bad. It's kind of the same.
Yeah, but it's fucking. It just every year it goes up at Easter, and then it just doesn't come down again.
No,
and then it just goes up again, and you're just like, fucking hell.
And the thing is, as well, you got Diwali as well, so it'll go to like £8.50, and then Easter time. And then it'll go up even further. And then it'll come back down, but then it'll stay at the £8.50 where you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, apparently a lot of the English lamb is being sold to like France and Switzerland and that, so that's why the English lamb is so expensive. And it's like, the fact that I can buy New Zealand lamb for it's just like, what the fuck? Like,
Australian beef as well.
Yeah, it's like, how is it cheaper for me to buy something from the other side of the world than it is to just have it from here? That's crazy.
It's gobsmacking, and it's fresh as well. You're like, how?
Yeah, it doesn't.
How is this happening?
Yeah, and again, that's one of our biggest things. It's like, obviously local as much as possible, but at the very least English. It's like, I don't want foreign shit. I don't want stuff from, because there's just no need for it. And that's like, we've got meat in England. I don't see the need to. Yeah, like, okay, maybe on one occasion you might go, I'm going to get a Galician loin in just for something special, but
that's different.
Yeah, that's like we're getting this special thing in, but otherwise it's like, I don't want foreign stuff. I don't want stuff from miles away. Like, obviously first and foremost, it's as local as possible, but you can't always get stuff, from right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, English at very least. And you'll try and order something from a supplier, and they'll send you like Irish stuff and whatever, and you're just like, no, I don't see why are you sending me Irish stuff? Like, we've got meat here. I want English stuff,
Yeah, exactly. Especially like in Dorset alone, we got so many farms.
Yeah,
and then maybe the furthest I'll go is Devon and Cornwall, and that. Those are farming backgrounds.
And there's nothing wrong with foreign meat. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like,
why I haven't got no traceability.
Yeah, why would I want lamb from New Zealand? Like, we live in the countryside, and I've got a local butchery, so I want lamb from here.
Also, the original, lamb was originally from Dorset as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the pulp. In the 1900s, the American and British breeders found that the Texel was more able to produce over the seasons.
Yeah.
So they took it to Australia and New Zealand, and that's where. So the original lamb was here from Dorset. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So why the fuck do we have to spend £8.50 a kilo all the fucking lamb to bring in?
Yeah.
When we're the OGs.
Yeah. Should be free.
Yep. I would love that. It's so good.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
No, free lamb.
Nothing's free. Nothing's cheap.
No. Can't even get a high five without someone invoicing you. Oh man, this has been just incredible.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Lovely to chat to you, mate.
You too.
Thank you for bringing me on.
Should we get to some guest questions, young man?
Yeah, better ads.
Don't be like that. Right. Let's put on the old iPad. Should put my glasses on, getting old as fuck.
How old are you?
35.
35.
Yeah. You're 30, aren't you?
30, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you got all this to come.
Well, I feel like 55, mate.
Yeah.
It's just like, every time you twinge as well, it's like, hold it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I can feel it already. I'm sat here and I'm like, oh, your shoulders are getting tight.
That's why I was like, oh, man, I can feel it as well. I was like, it's been a great chat. We'll keep rolling.
Yeah.
But then now I was like, oh, I gotta ask some guest questions and stand up. Right, so Number one, what's the belief or habit that's been a key to your success?
So that is something I've spoken about a lot in this already, but the whole carcass thing, definitely.
Yeah.
Like that has been the biggest drive for me throughout this whole thing.
Yeah.
Was literally from the day I started until still now. It's like just that firm belief that that is what you should be doing and that is what I want to do. And it's, you know, it's made me knowledgeable and it made me a lot more passionate about it because, you know, as I said earlier, it's like I don't want to stand open packets, and it's like that fulfillment you get when it's like, you know, I've busted down all these animals and, you know, learning to break it down on the rear and getting a bit quick at it, getting a bit good at it, and you're just like, yeah, like that's, you know,
self-praise and love voice. That's a long way as well.
I'm a fucking butcher, know all my shit. Like that's how I want to be. You know, I want to be good at what I do, and in my mind, that's the way.
And you've been around a bit as well. Like you're from France and having that background. I've always, since seeing the WBC as well and the way the French do it, I'm like, fuck, man, I just want to do like a season or something. And like learn that way.
Yeah, I was very lucky to work with a French butcher when I was there, and it was like,
did you?
Yeah, you work with him, you just go fucking hell, like the level of the depth of knowledge is like, you know,
more than we'll ever know.
Yeah, it's whole. You know, he's doing this poncy little bit and he's pulls out this tiny little muscle, and it's like cutting out like steaks banging and like just like all these tiny little bits, and it's just like it's such an intricate knowledge of the carcass, and it's like that's cool. That's it's fucking cool.
And it's like it's that time as well and effort that they dedicate and put into it. It shows as well.
Yeah, because as I say, people will pay for it, and it's worth, you know, for them they can do just half a cow in a week, whereas here you have to do, you know, you have to be doing 1 or 2 cows a week to like
keep consistency.
Keep that, you know. So
fucking hell. I'd love to be doing that, but it's just like how expensive it would be to move the whole family. And also I got to have a shop that will take me on. Yeah, because the French don't let any outsiders in.
Yeah, and in France as well, it's like you got to have pretty much a fucking degree to do anything. It's like, you know, to be a butcher there, technically, I wasn't even allowed to do it. Like, you have to have a CAP. I can't remember what it stands for, but like, it's a whole thing. Whereas here, they just go, "Oh, there's a knife, mate. Off you go." Like,
you have to go on your house for that.
Yeah, fucking. Even if you don't, whatever, crack on. Like, there's no.
Don't cut yourself.
Yeah, like.
Just like fucking out.
Yeah.
Right, number 2, 3 guests to invite to dinner, dead or alive. Come on.
This is one I struggled with, actually.
Yeah.
But what I narrowed it down to was David Attenborough, because national treasure.
Yeah.
Don't need to explain.
Dude's 99.
Yeah. Like, let's hope he makes at least 100.
I reckon if he does die and he's 100, whatever day he dies on, or his birthday, make a fucking public holiday.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Public holiday week. Like, the man deserves it.
And that's all the BBC will play on TV.
Yeah.
Every like broadcasting channel.
Yeah. There's against David Attenborough.
It's just the bra.
I also wanted Biggie Smalls. Because one, I just bet he is a great dinner guest. I bet he is funny as hell. And also, bring him back and find out what happened to him. Love to know.
Still waiting.
And then my third one was David Chang from Ugly Delicious.
Ugly Delicious.
Because he was someone that, when I was first kind of getting into butchery and whatever, like, obviously he's a chef, not a butcher, but like, seeing his like workflow and his vibe and everything was like, you know, really inspired me. And like, I love his whole vibe. He's so like, he's obviously really knowledgeable and good at what he does, but it's all in such a casual manner. And you just like, you know, I don't like that whole ruler precision. Like, I love that he's just like, yeah, fucking
get in on it.
Chop that shit, banging. I love his whole vibe, and I just think he'd be a fucking good guest to have.
Fuck yeah, those are great threes.
Yeah. It took me a while to think of them, actually. I was like, who the fuck would I have?
Listen, you get such a mix as well. Quite knowledgeable people, different areas and everything. Yeah. I think we're vibe.
Getting those three together.
Yeah. I can everyone be sitting around listening to David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Just sitting there, it's great. You know, talking about like all the crazy stuff that those three have done. Yeah. David Chang's great, man.
Yeah, he's great.
He's great. I love him as well. Oh, man. Right, number 3, favourite quote.
Favorite quote. I like. I don't know the exact wording of the quote, but it's the day you eat the fruit isn't the day you plant the seed.
Oh yeah.
And I like that a lot because it's just like
Mm.
when you're trying to like change your life or you're trying to do something like, you know, at the moment at Pamphill even we've got a few changes we're trying to make and a few things we want to do going forward. And you know, it's going to take a while to get them going. It's like, but I need to put the effort in and whatever now.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes when you're trying to do anything in your life, if you don't have those immediate results, it's easy to get like,
You got to sow the seeds and watch it grow.
Yeah, whereas having that to be like,
Mm.
you know, I'm going to make the change today, but I'm not going to see the results of the change until another time. It's like, it's important to remember that, I think, you know.
And I like it. That's fair, man. It's really good.
Thanks, man.
I like that. Number 4, what question do you wish more people would ask you?
Yeah, it's got to be, do you want a coffee? That's probably. Yeah, I don't know, like, I was trying to think of one, like, you know, butchery question or whatever on the work. But yeah, I think if more people were just like, do you want a coffee, man? That would be like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I fucking do.
No sugar, I'm sweet enough.
Yeah.
And last question, it's very important.
Yeah.
Are aliens real?
I think so.
Good.
I think they got to be. Like, they just got to be, haven't they?
Yeah.
Like, there's no way that we're the only thing out there.
Yeah.
There's got to be something else. And I don't know if it's just that, like, we're too far away from them or, you know, they disregard us or whatever, but there's got to be something out there.
Yeah. No, or they're here and they're just on another frequency or something, so you can't see them.
Can't even detect them.
No.
Like, you never know, do you?
Never know.
No. And I think people that just categorically say no, it's like...
You can explain yourself there.
Yes, like, I know we might not have, like, proof, but surely... They all talk about how vast the universe is. There's no way that you can just straight up go, no, there's nothing else.
Yeah, bullshit, man.
That's just ignorant.
Ignorant, yeah. I love it. That's so good.
And they might be right, but, you know, how would you know that?
How would you know that? Yeah.
There's so much out there.
It's huge.
There's no way we're it.
I mean, like, we're on a tiny dot, and, like, you've got planets lining up, and there's no life on any of those planets.
We're the only thing.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Come on.
That's awesome. Harry, this has been incredible, man.
Yeah,
Thanks so much for coming.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on.
Yeah. Do you want to plug and promote anything? Your Instagram? Again?
Obviously, I want to promote Pamphill, definitely.
Yeah.
Any of the collaborations we're doing with Deus, which hopefully there's going to be more of them. And obviously Pamphill Nights, hopefully doing one every month. Come check it.
Yeah. Right. Cheers, guys, for coming in. We'll see you shortly.
Thank you.
Harry.